Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to another edition of Savings Minus Debt. I'm your host, LJ Young. Now, as before, as always, I wait for about 3 minutes for everybody to get up in here. And I am testing out a new camera. So let me know if my voice is not matching the audio that you're seeing. I want to make sure everything is right. So if it goes off, please let me know. I'll switch cameras. But for now, welcome everybody. What's up, bro? Back in here. How you doing? Today's a good one. Today's a good one. Like I said before, let me know if my voice is not matching the video. Okay, I appreciate it because I'm using a new camera. You probably noticed it that it's a little bit clearer. But welcome. We're going to wait for about 2 more minutes. Let people get up in the room. Welcome, everybody. Today's going to be a good one. Wrote down my notes and everything. This is a good one. As you probably noticed by the title. Hello, Daughter of a King, Dave Sincere, Mike Rurambo, welcome. I think did I say hello, Joseph? I'm not. Joseph was the first one in the room, but if I didn't, I said it again. Hello, everybody. Dave said we can see more grace now. I know, right? Ain't that funny? What's up, Mark? What's up, NC Biggs? Dave, I'm embracing it. All right, I'm embracing it. All right, what's up, Jared? Justin, hello, welcome. Get up in here. We got about another minute and 15 seconds before we get started. I'm doing good, Justin. Welcome. I know you asked for it, and you know what's crazy? So it's so crazy. I'm gonna be going clearer than this. I'm just understanding this all, so I can kind of get an idea of how it all works. But I'm getting there. I've been doing a lot of reading on the days I'm not on with you, how to improve my web streaming game, and I'm learning a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's really frustrating when you're learning something new, but I had to push through it if I want to stand out from the rest. What's up, Quentin? Welcome. Dave said, I'm fighting. I'm plucking them. You'll never win. You might as well embrace them. Embrace them, Dave. Don't fight them anymore. Because if at least I have hair, right? If I grow out my hair, it'll be a big white afro. Okay, I do have hair. Balding doesn't really run in my family. So welcome. We got about 20 more seconds and then we're going to get started. What's up, Fred? FVJ. What's up, Fred? How you doing? S&B family. I'm working from home. We'll be listening in. What's up, Cosmic Wisdom? Welcome. Hyphy should be in here soon, but we're going to go ahead and get started without him, but he'll be in here shortly. All right, we're going to get started. My name is LJ Young, and I am a 100%. Oh, first of all, welcome to the Savings Minus Debt channel, SMD family. Thank you for being part of the family. My name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% conscious, debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside what I call the debt matrix. The debt matrix is a place where everybody lives that believes in credit and debt and believes in financing everything that goes down in value, which makes absolutely no mathematical sense. That's where I lived for the first 40 years of my life until I woke up, got out of the debt matrix, and now I'm free. And then I experienced all this freedom. Now I just want to share with the world, right? So what I do, how do I expose what I call the glitches in the debt matrix? I show people and tell people mathematically things that don't make mathematical sense, yet people keep doing them. Like people call themselves homeowners, while at the same time knowing they have a 30-year mortgage. Saying a person got a car on sale after financing it for 84 months. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any mathematical sense. Those are the glitches in the debt matrix. And I expose those things when people go, hey, I never looked at it that way. Hey, I never knew that. You know, those are glitches. And when you could just do the math and you would understand. But anyway, now today's top video is how young adults, this one's for you guys, young adults, how to never feel financially insecure again. Because right now you're probably feeling like that, right? In a time like this, you're probably feeling so nervous. I lost my job. Got all this debt. What you're experiencing is this. You're experiencing now really understanding that you don't really own the house. You don't own the cars. credit cards really don't mean anything. Those are all things that you got to pay back. Okay, so that's what you're experiencing. Like, oh my God, how am I gonna pay for all this? Because your job is gone. Your job is the one that has been. Your job is like a facade. It protects you from the illusion. You remove the job, then you're like, oh crap, I really don't own anything. No, and all you had to do is do mathematically. Anyway, the reason why I'm talking to you young adults right now, because sometimes I feel strongly about, I wish somebody would have told me this information when I was a young adult. I would have, sometimes I get angry about it because it would have been so simple. My life would have been totally different had somebody just told me in my early 30s. You know, when you're 29 going on 30, you think, oh my God, I'm supposed to have a wife, kids, house, car. I'm supposed to be here at this job making six figures, that, and never once stepping back and saying, who says that? Who says that I have to do that? Who says six figures means you financially made it? It doesn't. Compare to who? Are you comparing to your neighbor, or are you comparing to Jeff Bezos? Because six figures is nothing to Jeff Bezos, but Jeff Bezos he's just a regular human. He's not an alien. He's not really anybody special. He just knows something that the majority do not. That's it. He found his passion and he lived it. That's it. Nothing different. Anyway, this one's for you guys, okay? Now, I wish somebody would have came up to me and said, hey, Linnell, apply the math that we all learned in grade school to your finances and you'll be rich. I would have been like, what? Yeah. Could you count money without math? No. Is math an exact science? Yes. That means it's never wrong, right, Linnell? No. Then apply it to your finances. The math we learned in grade school. Why do you think they stopped teaching about math and money in grade school? I don't know why, because that's all you need to know. You don't need to know nothing more at all. Nothing. Okay. Now I'm looking at my notes because I don't want to skip a lot of things. Now, it seems it's so simple. It's so simple that the majority will never believe it's that simple. The majority don't believe in mathematics. That's why people believe in financing cars and believe in their homeowners while having a 30-year mortgage, because they don't believe in mathematics. It's really that simple, right? This is the answer. Like the secret to becoming rich is hidden in plain sight. It's just plain mathematics. Grade school math too. Nothing special. Nothing special at all. Okay. Now, this is what I want you to do, okay? Before I go through this whole video, this is what I want you to do. I want you to add up all your savings and add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals the money you have in real life. Now, to be rich, all you got to do, now listen closely, listen to my words. If you want to be rich, all you have to do is believe the number that you come up with your own fingers, with your own numbers that you put in your own calculator. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt, put it in your calculator, hit equal. Right now, this is the point. If you want to be rich, all you have to do is believe the number that you see. That's it. That's the answer to becoming rich. Okay. Now, let me make sure. Now, back to, sorry, guys. I'm trying to make sure I follow this right on task. Okay. How to never be insecure, financially insecure anymore in any situation. Okay. No matter what's happening in the world, you can make sure, I'm going to help you make sure this kind of scary feeling that you're experiencing right now never happens to you again. Okay. Now, the reason why I chose Insecure, because I watched this show on HBO called Insecure by Issa Rae. Her name is Issa, excuse me. Issa Rae. She produces it. Wonderful show. Love this show. Love it. I catch every episode. I think it's in season 4 right now. It's on HBO. Okay. Now, this show, I was watching it the other day and I was picking out some things that I believed when I was that age. Right. And you believe it's normal because they do it in these shows to make you understand that this is life. This is the way it is, or make you try to believe that. But it's really not true. Now I'm 50 now. This has nothing to do with my age. It kind of does. But remember, I'm also financially free, meaning I have no debt. I owe nobody on earth a dime. Okay, that's what financially free means. Okay, doesn't mean you're a billionaire, millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire. It means you owe nobody on earth. It means you're on the north side of zero. South side of zero is under zero, negative. Okay, all right. Now, as I watch this show, sometimes if you guys catch the show, I want you to pay attention to these things, these subtle things. Sometimes when they're out and about and they're conversating at dinner or something, and then they'll get a call on their phone and say, "Oh, it's just work." A lot. Pay attention to that. They say that a lot during the show. It's work. It's work. It's work. And they're trying to train you to make you believe that you accept phone calls from your job after work hours like it's normal. Whenever you pick up a phone after work hours, that means you're working for free. Only slaves work for free. Unless it was in your contract when you got hired at that job, every time you answer the phone, an email, a text message from a job, you are working for free. You are giving away the time in your life for absolutely free. And never forget this. Once you become financially free, you understand this. Time is the most valuable thing on earth. You can't get more of it. Nobody can let you borrow any from anybody or anything. It's the only thing on earth you cannot get more of. So it's the top priority. And you're giving it away for free if you follow these subtle hints. But they make it, the show, nothing to do with the show, but the show is just mimicking the majority's real life, accepting things, giving away in the time in their life for free. Okay. Now I noticed too, in this show, there's this one, they do this a lot. Okay. They'll go to a friend's house. They'll all have dinner with all their friends, all the young adults' friends, and they all talk about, hey, what college did you go to? What kind of job do you have? Where do you work? Who do you work for? Where are you from? Like any of that matters. None of that even matters. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for thinking that you're not going to be anybody without college. That's not true. That's not true. That's TV. Remember, when you watch those shows, that's acting, but they're mimicking the majority of real life. They sit around the table and just talk about these things. Who are you? What you look like? What race? What? All that stuff. It means nothing, especially when it comes to money. And then sometimes they even throw them in there about credit, right? Credit scores, that means that those are just indicators. Credit scores are indicators. It counts on what's behind the credit report. All three of them. You need to ask questions of how much debt they're in, right? You find out when you get with somebody, you want to know how much debt they're in. You ask questions like this. When you're in a situation like that and somebody asks you, hey, what college you go to, how much money you make, or they don't really come out and say it like that, but they kind of ask you what your career is, and then they'll guesstimate how much money a person makes in that career, right? What you need to be asking is this. Hey, do you still have your student loans? Hey, you go like this. Hey, what year did you graduate college? They'll tell you the year because they're so proud about what college they went to. And then you ask them the next question. You always ask the college first. And then you ask them, do you still have your student loans? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't go to college, but I do know mathematics. You go to college for 4 years, but you pay on your college for 20 years. That doesn't make sense. CENTS. Those are the type of questions you ask. Not questions like what college you went to. If they're still paying on their college, or if their college is older than their youngest child, that means they're doing something mathematically incorrect. That's telling you about their financing, because that makes no mathematical sense anywhere in the world. Again, to go to college for 4 years, but pay on college for 20 years, it makes absolutely no sense. Okay. I didn't know that when I was a young adult. I didn't know to ask those types of questions. I didn't know that, right? Also in the show, they do a lot of there's a couple of dudes in there buy cars. I was watching this last episode. A guy bought a nice car to impress girls when he didn't have no money. And even in the scene, the friends in the scene says, hey man, you ain't got no money to buy a car. He said, well, I did it anyway to impress girls. That's real. People in debt do things like that. They buy things they can't afford with money they don't even have. It doesn't even exist. When you're in debt, check it out. When you're in debt, young adults, listen, when you are in debt, money is not real for you. Money doesn't even exist. I told you in the beginning, add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. If your finances are in the negative, money doesn't exist for you. It doesn't matter which form it's in. Cryptocurrency, don't fall for all that, like cryptocurrency and this money, the euro, that. It doesn't matter what any what type of form the currency is. If you're in the negative, you're in the negative. Math doesn't care what form of money that you're in. It doesn't even matter if it's gold. If you're in the negative, not even gold is worth anything to you. You're in the negative. When you're young too, let me explain something to you young adults. Getting out of debt right now is going to save you so much wasted time in relationships that are not going anywhere. You won't even date anybody that's in debt. I promise you, you won't, because it's not going anywhere. I know you think, wow, that's harsh. It'll naturally happen. You will not date somebody in debt. You're not going to be free. Once you feel this type of freedom, you're not going to date somebody that don't believe they can be free. You get with somebody that believes that you're debt free, and you get with somebody that don't believe they'll ever pay off their student loans. They're in debt. You would never take them serious, ever. Do not go by titles. Do none of that. Because when you're young, you think because somebody throws out a job title, I'm a this, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, that you think that means something. I know when you're young, it means something. No, it can mean that they're thousands and thousands of dollars in student loan debt. It doesn't matter if they know it, as long as you know it. You're going to save yourself a lot of heartache by not even getting with somebody, because you're going to know as soon as they start speaking debt. There's two languages when it comes to money: debt and debt free. When you're in debt, you only speak debt. I promise you. When you become debt free, you speak debt free, and you'll hear people speaking debt. They don't know they're speaking debt. You don't know they're speaking debt. Like, let me give you a couple examples. This is a little bit off the schedule, but I'm gonna give you a couple examples. Go and find out your exact amount of debt, right? Down to the penny. And then I want you to go ask 10, 20, hell, 30 of your friends and see if they know if they even come close to knowing how much debt they're in. And then I want you to ask yourself, how come? Because they're in debt. That's the answer. How come they don't know how much debt they're in? Because they're in debt. People in debt only speak debt. You're not going to fall for anybody's fancy house. You don't care where they live. As long as they have a mortgage, it doesn't matter. Don't fall for that, young people. You need to also ask. Okay, no, I already said that one. Page. The crazy thing is this. This one I almost forgot too. This is a good one. Now, when you're young, you always hear this when you grow up. The majority of divorces, the majority of breakups is over money. You always hear that over and over. I remember being in debt and a young adult. I used to believe that, oh, man, people divorce over money. No, they don't. They divorce over debt, not money. Never once have I heard some woman divorce a man because he put too much money in her purse, too much money. Hey, baby, I'm a divorce you. Keep stuffing my purse with money. Hey, baby, I'm a divorce you. If you keep overfilling my bank account with money, I'm going to leave you. I've never heard that in my life. It's not money. It's debt. I promise you. Young people, I hope you're listening. If you want to be rich, all you got to do is this. If you want to be rich, add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals your money in real life. All you got to do is believe that number, and then you can be rich. That's it. It's not a secret. Nothing's hidden. This is not hidden. This is how you change this, young adults. Okay. First of all, stop being afraid of debt. Never, ever be around anybody that's handling your money and you say something like this: I'm not good at math. Don't you ever say that in front of somebody handling your money, ever. Because if you say something like that, you just told them you know absolutely nothing about money, because math and money are one. If math didn't exist, you wouldn't be able to count money. You would stare at a stack of papers and wouldn't know what to do. What would I do with this? I don't know. You can't count, right? Because you don't know math. How you check? I'm gonna run this too. I really wasn't gonna throw this in there, but how do you check to get your total amount? All you got, it's all free. Get on like creditkarma.com. That will be Equifax and TransUnion. And then you go to Experian.com because it's by itself for some unknown reason. Whatever, I don't know. They're all private entities. Don't worry about it. All right. Credit bureaus are private entity. Those are private businesses that you believe. Don't believe in that. Don't believe in that stuff. Anyway, go to those three companies and add up all your debt. That's step number one. Step number one is math. This is the rule of math. In order, this is my rule, not rule or whatever. It's mathematical rule. Anyway, if you want to become a millionaire, you have to know where to start. You have to know where to begin. Okay. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals the number where you start to count to 1,000,000. If you want to be a millionaire, young adults, that's where you start. If you continue to be afraid of debt, you will never know where to start, and it will be mathematically impossible for you to ever become a millionaire, ever, a real one. Not one on paper, not one with joint businesses, joined with the bank. I'm talking about a true millionaire, okay? Never underestimate. Mathematics is an exact science. That means it's never wrong, okay? Never. Once you know your debt, your total debt number, there is no unknowing it. This is the part of the reason why I want you to add up your total debt, because once you see it, you can never unsee it. And you'll know from that point on, if you continue the same habits, you're going to continue to add to that debt number, and you're going to continue to dig yourself deeper and deeper in the debt abyss, the debt matrix. You won't be able to unknow it. That's step number one. Okay. Stop taking financial advice from people in debt. All you got, like I said earlier, all you got to do is listen to the way they speak. If they're financing cell phones, you don't take financial advice from people who finance cell phones. You don't do that. You don't take financial advice from people who finance cars. You don't do that. If they come to you and say, hey, I got this car on sale, and then you ask them, how long did you finance it? For 84 months? You didn't get it. They didn't get it on sale. You don't take financial advice from people like that. You don't take financial advice. This is the biggest one, the easiest one. You don't take financial advice from people who have student loans older than their children. You don't take financial advice from people that went to college for 4 years, but paying their college for 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. Oh, yes. Yes. People pay on student loans their whole entire life. You don't take financial advice from them. I don't care what excuse they give you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what their house looked like. It doesn't matter what their car looked like. It doesn't matter their occupation. It doesn't matter if they're making 6 figures, middle 6 figures, high 6 figures, all that stuff. It doesn't matter. If you want to be rich, young adults, trust mathematics always. Anybody you get with, like I said earlier in relationships, always ask to see their entire credit report. It's going to be an uncomfortable conversation. Doesn't matter. Math doesn't care how you feel about it. 1 + 1 is always going to equal 2, no matter how you feel about it. It doesn't care how you feel about it. Okay. Now these last two are kind of like off the thing, but I'm going to just let you know this, okay? So you can carry this with you, okay? When you're young, the words rich and wealthy are always interchanged. I want you to pay close attention to that. Rich and wealthy, those words they're thrown together a lot. I want you to understand something. They're separate words for a reason. They don't mean the same thing. Okay. Rich means you have a lot of money. Wealth means you own the time in your life. You own it. Nobody owns it but you. That's true wealth. And when you own the time in your life, you have as much time as you want to make as much money as you want. That's how it works. And all you got to do is believe in the mathematics that we all learned in grade school. That's it. That is totally it. That's it. And last but not least, this is just off the cuff here, but once you learn what I teach you, you will, it will be very difficult for anybody to financially fool you ever. Ever. You will always know, and you don't really even know, you will never even really need to know about how to invest, how to understand taxes, start a business. You won't really need, you will know how to pick the right people to do those exact things. So if you want a tax person, you ask to see their personal credit report first. It will tell you if they know about taxes, because I promise you, if they're in debt, they're missing a major piece. Okay. They don't understand something. That's why they're in debt. If somebody's doing your taxes, you say, why do you have a student loan that many years? Why? They will not be able to have an answer. There is no mathematical justification for anybody keeping a student loan older than their children. There's absolutely no mathematical justification. And if they try, you get up and you leave their office. This goes with lawyers. This goes with stockbroker, investor people, anybody handling your money. They must know the basic fundamentals of mathematics and money. They cannot give you advice. They should not, but they do every year. The majority of people out there are giving all kind of financial advice to people, and they're in debt. Listen what I'm saying. A person in debt giving other people financial advice that are in debt as well. That doesn't even make any sense. Doesn't make any sense, but it happens every day. You'll be able to navigate through all that. All you guys is, hey, let me see your personal credit report. The people that know, they will know why you're asking. The people that don't know, they'll be confused. You can show this video to anybody that I just said. It doesn't matter if they're in debt. It's true. And if you're a professional in any one of these fields that I decided, and you looking at this video and you're thinking, oh, what does he know? He don't know nothing, and you find yourself getting upset. I want you to stop yourself and say, but is it true? Is it mathematically true what he's saying? If it's true, and then you got to ask yourself, if his math is true, why am I upset? Once you solve that answer, you'll be free. You'll be free once you solve that answer. Now, if there's some young adults in here, please feel free to ask questions. I'm gonna go through the comments. What's up, Jewel, Amina, Hyphy? What's going on, man? Cosmic, NC Biggs, Lottery Guru, what's going on? Welcome. Lottery Guru. Oh, uh-oh. Hold up, just a second. Let me see something. I can't change that, can I? I got to figure that out. That's a timer that I got to figure out on a new camera. So that's what I'm going to do for now. All right. What's up, Dave Bourne? Oops. Well, Lottery Guru says, LJ, what's your take on credit repair company that wipes bad credit away? I keep seeing these ads. Oh, let me tell you something, Lottery Guru. Those are going to be going rampant. Don't believe any of it. The reason why those credit bureau things are coming up like crazy right now, you know why it's coming up crazy right now? Because people are in debt and their credit's becoming ruined and they can't do anything about it. Their credit's becoming ruined because they have no job. People in debt don't really understand that they can't really do anything about it. There's no credit repair company that can help you. They cannot pay off your debt. They're probably just doing some random stuff. And I'm just telling you, they're probably doing legal ways. I don't know. It counts on who it is, but you got to remember, they can't get you out of debt. It's not going to change it. Nothing's going to change. Pay close attention to how many stars are pushing credit repair. Have you noticed that? Stars mamas, stars daddies, movie stars, they're all pushing this credit. Why do you think that? Because people's credit is going in the toilet and there's nothing they can do about it. So guess what? They're going to make money off of people that believe that they can save it with no job. That's mathematically impossible. But hey, I'm not knocking any credit repair person. If you're a credit repair person, get your money. If it's a legal business, get your money. You're not doing anything to anybody, because all they have to do is use mathematics, and then they will clearly see that anything you're selling won't get them out of debt. What's up, Dave Bourne? Cosmic says credit repair business is illegal in Georgia. Be careful out there with those credit repair businesses. Oh, they're going to be coming out the woodwork. Thank you, Hyphy. What's up, Dynasty B? Queen of South says, hey, family, I'm at work trying to listen to the jewels. LJ, thank you very much. Be safe out there, Queen of South, Queen of the South. Queen of the South says, many women seek to marry a doctor. They don't understand. Most of them do not really make money, show profit until at least 50 plus. Woo! And they can do it so much quicker than that. I wish I could get a hold of a doctor right now. If I get a hold of a doctor, I could help that doctor out so easily. Oh my God. Those school loans and building a client base. Any doctors, professionals that are making that kind of money, I could give them a plan to get out of debt so fast. But I can only imagine how many broke doctors are out there. Amina says those doctors are broke, $200,000 plus in loans and interest unless they tackle the debt early on. Yep. Oh, shout out to Nicer for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Nicer. Math is neat, sure is. Shout out to Michael Rambo. Thank you, sir, as always. Cosmic Wisdom says, so true. If you say that to me, I will never give you business. You don't know numbers. Well, I'll instantly close my purse and be on my way. Queen of South says, do not be impressed by cars and houses. They are debt. That's just debt. And you see somebody's car, you go like this. Hey, did you get it on sale? They'll probably say yes. People in debt who finance cars, they always say they got them on sale. And then you say, how much is your payment? If they say something like, oh, it ain't that much, then you turn them off. Boop, just turn them off. That's all you need to know. Oh, it's not that much. It doesn't matter if it's $1. You finance it? Yeah, then you didn't get it on sale, period. Don't take financial advice from people who finance cars. Scout says, LJ, always good to see you back on the tube, spitting that hot, precise fire. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Hyphy. Hyphy, during the stream, we will donate a free 45-minute personalized finance call to a supporter of the SMD family. You must be Discord member to enter the drawing here. Okay, so you guys paying attention? We had 2 SMD family members, Micro Rambo and DTN Window Cleaning, donate 2 sessions, 2 45-minute sessions, and we are going to raffle off or do a drawing on one of them. All right. The Scout says LJ closer to zero balance goal thanks to coronavirus. Right? But only the smart people know that. All right? They know what to use that money on, not going out and financing cars and stuff like that. Cosmic Wisdom says nice, making it rain. Hello, Raymond. Excuse me, Raymond. I hope I pronounced that right. What's the best way to use a credit card? That's a loaded question, Raymond. I must know if you're in debt or not. It counts on if you're in debt or not. If you're in debt, you don't use a credit card. Okay. It counts on if you're in debt or not. If you're in debt and you have a credit card, there is no right way to use a credit card. Okay. If you're in debt. Cosmic says, Raymond, use the credit card like a debit card, pay off the balance in full every month. You got to remember, Cosmic, if a person's in debt, they don't hear a word you're saying when you say stuff like that. R Carp says, what's up, LJ? I'm just coming in. Welcome. Amina says, yes, Corona has been helping me tackle my debt. No interest on my student loans makes it easier. Better believe it. A lot of people don't know they could take advantage. You got to have a job. Now, don't get me wrong. There's millions of people out of work right now. Millions. Okay. If you're out of work, don't worry about paying your student loans. But if you have a job, and your job's pretty solid, you're an essential worker, right now is the time to pay heavy on your student loans. First, you must don't think when it comes to your money and it comes to this student loan game and all this, never think anything is automatic. Even if the president said it, don't think it's automatic. You call your student loan place and say, hey, is my student loan interest frozen? Yes. Okay, cool. It's confirmed. Never, ever, ever assume anything. Okay, when it comes to your money, they don't want you to get out from under that debt. They don't. Now, if you're young adults and you're new to the channel, please feel free to ask any type of question. I will mathematically give you an answer. I promise you. Okay. Come here. Don't be shy. The S&D family, we don't talk about anybody. We don't make you feel bad for asking the type of question. We don't do that here. We're here to help you. We're here to help you never feel what you're feeling today. What you're feeling, like I said earlier, what you're feeling is you're figuring out with no job. It's giving you the answers like, man, I don't own anything. No. If you have a mortgage, it's not your house. If you're making car payments, it's not your car. No, it's not normal to keep student loans forever. Don't ever, if you're calling a student loan a forever loan, get out of that loop. Only people in debt, they're going to take you right down with them. Anybody, check this out, young people, I want you to listen to this. Listen to this closely. If anybody tells you that it's okay to either invest while having student loans, to buy a house while having student loans, to call a student loan a forever loan, this is the question that you must ask them. Do you have student loans, and how long have you had them? If they had them for years, guess what? They're going to make you financially just like them if you listen to them. If they believe student loans, they obviously do. If they have student loans for 20 years, they obviously believe that having student loans that long is normal. It's only normal to those who are in debt. Only people in debt worry about student loans. Only people in debt complain. Only people in student loan debt complain about having student loans. Only people in car loan debt complain about having a car loan. Only people in credit card debt complain about credit card debt. They're the majority, not everybody. Patrick Young says, is South Carolina open yet? Nope, not yet. Boy, when they do, you guys, man, you guys have no idea what's coming. When this is what I've learned. Let me tell you guys something. This is what I've learned from the coronavirus. This is what I've learned. I always pay attention. Listen, this is when it comes to your money, you always do this. Anytime you see something that doesn't make sense, you got to key in on that. That doesn't make sense. Why doesn't it make sense? Okay, that's what you got to figure out. So listen, they closed down all the businesses because of the coronavirus. Now they're opening back up. What about the coronavirus? That doesn't make sense to me. Why are you doing that? So I key in it. That doesn't make sense. You're closing down something because of a virus. Now you're going to just open it back up. What about the virus? You know why? Because the majority of people in debt, they value money over the time. They value money over life itself. Let me say that again. Because they value money over life itself. People in debt, only people in debt do that. Is there a killer virus out there? Yeah, that I'm not going back to work. Why not? Because I can, there's a chance that I could catch it and give it to my family. Is it true? Yeah. It's only killing 1.2 billion. It's only a low percentage of people that's killing. Well, I'm not going to be that low percentage. What are you talking about? Why are you saying that to me? Anybody that says that, oh, it's a hoax. It's only killing this group, that group, and only a certain. Well, what if I'm in that percentage? Then what? I'm not going to be in that percentage. Queen of South says COVID-19 has been a curse and a blessing. People are taking second, third look at their finances. It's never too late to make changes. Never. And this is another rule of thumb I like to give people, so you guys can understand this, especially you young people. Listen, let me make sure I say this right. Damn, I forgot what I was going to say. Crap. It was a good one too. I hate it when that happens. Oh, here it is. Now, if you add up all your savings and add up all your debt, savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life, right? If it's going to take 10 years, bankruptcy chapter 7 takes 10 years to get off your credit report. If you add up the amount of debt and you say to yourself, it's going to take me more than 10 years of my lifetime to pay this off, go file chapter 7 right now. Right now is the time to do it. Right now. right now. If you want to go to the new economy, because the new economy is being formed, but I'm not going to get into that. Right now is the time that you could file Chapter 7 right now. And you're pretty much guaranteed to get it. No job, lost your job, depending on the government. You will get Chapter 7. Trust me. They probably bypass all the means tests. I wouldn't doubt it if they put a clause in there to bypass the means test. I wouldn't even doubt it. Well, no, they wouldn't do that. No, that'd be too many people. No, they're going to do the means test. NC Big says, yeah, I had to call my student loan twice just to stop them from making payments for this time. See, you gotta be on them. Nothing's automatic. FVJ 75 says, I know financing car is suicide thanks to you. It's suicide financial thanks to you. I have a coworker who just financed a car. Why, LJ, are people now financing cars? Because listen, that it has to be that way. Have you seen the deals that car lots are doing right now? They're waiving the first 4 or 5 months, 6 months payments, 0%, 84 months financing, because they're not selling cars. So they're doing whatever it takes to get somebody in a car, because they're going to lose. Come the end of this year, ooh, car lots are going to lose big time. They're throwing all kinds. So they're trying to lock somebody in right now to a car payment. That's what they're, if you're financing a car and you're thinking about financing a car, that would be the worst mistake, especially if you're young. That'd be the worst mistake in your life. Let alone if times were fine. It's already bad enough that you finance a car during regular times. But if you finance a car right now, that is literally financial suicide. Cars are going to plummet. There's millions. Listen, right now, there are millions of people not paying their car notes right now. Millions. Before this time right here, I did a video. Millions of people were already 90 days behind on their car notes. And that's during regular times. You think during a pandemic, there are millions of people not paying on their cars, millions. And you go and finance one, you'll never get that money back, let alone you finance a car right now. During this time, you will never, ever, ever get that money back, ever, if you finance a car right now. You're flushing your money right down the toilet, right down the toilet. Patrick says, Texas is open. See, Pat, little bro, that doesn't make sense to me. You closed down Texas because of the pandemic. Now you open it back up? You know why? This is to show you guys something. If you're new to my channel, I always look ahead. That doesn't make sense. You shut down a state because of a killer virus. Now you open it back up. What about the virus? Did it go away? No. What happened? Did it vanish? No. Then this is all they got to do. This is what you got. Let's go. We're going to go way higher, you young adults. I want you guys to understand something way higher. Okay. All you have to do is make people believe whatever you want them to believe. People in debt will believe it. That's what it is. Hey, we're closing down because of a killer virus. Okay. Then they shut down. Listen, after 1 month, people are in a panic. They're losing everything. They're losing houses and businesses after 1 month. Does that make sense to you? That doesn't make sense to me. Hey, how long you been in business? 20 years. And you mean 1 month put you out of business? That doesn't make sense. It makes sense financially and mathematically. They've been riding in debt. Only people, and check this out. Let me give you guys, people that now that the state is open back up, people really believe they're going to go back to work and make the same amount of money they was making before the pandemic. Nobody. To go back to normal in a pandemic, that's mathematically impossible. That will never happen. It has changed forever. And then when they go back to work, because of social distancing, I believe, Pat, social distancing is still in place, right? You think you're going to make money when social distancing in place? No. Guess what they're going to do? Guess what people in debt are going to do? They need something to blame, right? So hey, I'm not making any money. It's because of you, governor, state, whatever you want to. So they blame now the governor just remember, this is an election year, right? I'm sure Texas did the same thing, South Carolina. The governor passes the ruling back down to the local governments. Let the local governments do it. Now, this is my opinion, okay? This is just my opinion. Let the local governments do it. So when the local governments cave under the pressure and allow people to do all this other stuff, and then the virus spreads, guess what? The governor just said, "I told you so." The governor just says, "That's why I closed it, because I didn't want that to happen." Now the people have to blame. They always have. Right now they just blame the governor because the governor did it. Okay, governor says, "Okay, you guys do it." Now the local governments open it up. Now they have somebody to blame. Now they're going to blame the local governments for doing it. And then when the virus spreads, this is just my opinion. Don't know if this is going to be fact. I'm just I'm just making it up, right? They're going to say, "Hey, it's your fault." Yeah, your fault. You opened it. I didn't. And then when it loses control, guess what? Then they're going to tighten down even tighter than before. And then nobody can say nothing. They're going to say, "What are you protesting for? Didn't you see what happened when I reopened the state?" Yeah. Then what are you protesting for? Nobody's going to stop and say, "Hey, what about all you got to do is make people believe it." Now they believe it's a hoax. Whatever. And people are going to go back into their normal lives. People in debt are going to go back into their normal lives, believing they're about to make the same money. No, you're not. You're never making. You're barely going to make any money, the money that you made before. You got to remember, check this out. I'm going way off, but this is important. There are people out there. There are people out there that have taken a 20% pay cut to work the same amount of hours that they've been working before during this pandemic. Only slaves work for less money. Only slaves. Only slaves work for less money. So these people that are going back onto the workforce, what do you guys think you're going to do? You could, first of all, do you think you're really going to go back and make the money that you made before, while people working right now are making 20% less than what they was working before? No, you're not. You're taking a 20% pay cut too, right? And then the people that have been working through this time, taking a 20% pay cut, at some point they're going to say, "Hey man, when did we get that 20% back?" You're not. You're not getting it back, because there's millions of people out of work that will take your job for less and be happy. See how that works? That's the higher level thinking. Hey, if you don't want to believe it, hey, whatever. Young people, Queen of South says, young people, this is the time to look at bank statements and how did you spend eating out prior to COVID? Exactly. Everything's changing. Shout out to my bro for the $9.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. Bro, he's been supporting me since he came on board. I love you, bro. Much appreciated. Thank you, Nicer. The Scout says, LJ was talking to someone from work on the phone. We're both on unemployment. They mentioned they are paying on credit card bills, but went and bought a new living room set inside. I was like, what? Exactly. See what I'm saying? Ken, let me tell you something, man. It must be that way. That's the sad part. And you young adults, this was going to happen. You're going to have to leave some of your friends behind. If you're young and you decide to get out of debt, guess what? You're going to have to leave some of your friends behind, because they're not going to understand a word. They're not going to understand why you're doing what you're doing, because it's not normal to them. People in debt, it's not normal. Things like that are not normal to people in debt. You're going to have to leave them behind, or you're never ever going to have to be. You're never going to be able to talk to about finances with them ever. You can't do that, because you'll go crazy. You're going to have to leave them. It's going to be sad, because this is going to be family members. It's going to be close friends, people because you're going to feel this type of freedom and you're going to want to share with all of them, but they're not going to understand a word you're saying. To become rich is hidden in plain sight. It's very simple. NC Big says, LJ, we know you have that $1,200. Oh, I do. Thank you. Thank you very much. The Scout says, LJ, hearing food delivery has gone up 200%. Folks cost for the convenience. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's forever now. And here's another one of my predictions. Okay. Now that businesses know that they can have people work from home, now they don't need a building. Then they're going to turn you guys into 1099 workers where you're responsible for your own health insurance, taxes, all that other stuff. That's coming. So they're going to be able to cut the hourly cost. They're going to be able to get rid of a building and get you guys off their payroll, just like Uber. You think that's changing? You think once COVID or the state starts back up, they're gonna say, "Oh, okay, you guys can all come back to the building." After they put in all that restructure that quick, they had to do this on the fly, quick. If they wanted to stay in business, they had to get this on the fly. You think they're just going to undo it? No. And I actually feel sorry for you guys that accepted. Listen, if you accepted a 20% pay cut and worked the same amount of hours, you are a slave. You think you're going to get that 20% back? You're not. They're saving way too much money. It's business. It's nothing personal. It's business. Once you get out of debt, you will always look at it that way. You will always see that it's business and nothing more. Nothing. When you go to a job and get hired, you won't look at it. Oh, I love this place. This is lovely. All my friends are here. Well, do you really love it? Or are you just doing it because you have to get a paycheck? If you have to get a paycheck, you don't love it. You're just there because you have to work. And debt makes you work. Dave Bourne says exactly 25 years of business and 1 month put you under. It doesn't even make it. It doesn't make sense. Remember, anything that don't make sense, there's a reason why it doesn't make sense. Don't get caught up in all the news media that everybody's in the food lines and everybody's broke and poor. That's not true either. That's not true. That's the majority. That's not everybody. Listen to the words. Majority. Everybody. It's not everybody. Because I promise you, pay attention to the people that are making money. Don't pay attention to the people that are desperate right now, because there's a lot of people out there trying to make money because they're trying to survive. Right now, the financial playing field is being cleared. All the financial fakers are being cleared from the playing field. Queen of South says, health is wealth. Your statement will be based on the ability to pay medical, Medicare, Medicaid, commercial insurance. Poor people tend to use the emergency room as their regular doctor. Man, ain't that the truth? That is so true. Patrick Young says, yeah, social distancing is still in place, but the movies, mall, and couple more businesses have opened back up. It's never going to make it. You think they're going to make the same amount of money? Listen, you guys, I want you guys, does that make sense to you? The whole thing doesn't make any sense. You guys closed down because of the virus. Yeah. Now you're open back up. Yeah. What about the virus? Look at the shiny thing over there. Look at that. Look at the pretty bird. That doesn't make any sense, right? And now, since it doesn't make sense, since they're letting people back, guess what people in debt think? Oh, it was a hoax. Really? That it was a hoax. Then why are you doing social distancing? Why are you doing that? Why, if the virus is gone or whatever, they're not even saying, what about the vaccine, right? They're not saying anything. But now, staying 6 feet apart will prevent it. Well, why you do that in the first place? If that was the case, why you just said, okay, instead of closing down businesses, why don't you just do social distancing? Why not? Because it's not going to work. But people in debt have to see that. Nicer says, Minnesota governor extended stay at home till May 18th. Now check this out. Some governors are sticking to it and others are not. Does that make sense to you? Does the virus discriminate between states? Does it say, oh crap, yeah, that's Minnesota, I'm not going in? No, it says I'm going in Minnesota, but I'm not going in Texas no more because it doesn't make any sense. People in debt will believe what they're told. That's how it works. And whether you want to believe it or not, hey, whatever. That's clear to me. That's crystal clear to me. People in debt do what they're told. People financing cars. Are you crazy? Cosmic Wisdom says, it doesn't matter when states open up. I'm still staying home. Me too. I don't care if the governor here or the local municipalities open up the beaches. I don't care. I'm not going. Whatever. Hey, business as usual. Where? I'm not going in there. I don't care if they open up gyms. Good luck. I'm not going in there either. Queen of South says, stay home. Do not gamble with your life until I hear a vaccine of some sort. Oh, well, I gotta, Dave Bourne says, most restaurants have opened up at 25% capacity with owners saying it not cost effective to open. It doesn't even make sense. It will never, listen, it will never be cost effective because they can only base on the numbers that they were working at before the pandemic. That 25%. First of all, you got to get through the plexiglass of everything. That's number one. Whoever's making plexiglass, they're making, I can only imagine how much money they're making. But anyway, you think people are going to trust that? Trust a restaurant. You think they're going to trust a gym where you sweat and people are not they're not wiping down benches and they're coughing in their hands and grabbing the weights? People are not going to trust that. Good luck with that. Patrick Young says, what you've taught me is priceless and it will never go away. See, bro, it'll never go away. You cannot unlearn what I'm teaching you guys. You can't unlearn this. You can't just wake up one day and say, no, I'm cool with being in the debt matrix. I'm good. What they got a finance car? Cool. What's the percentage rate? What's the interest rate you're gonna charge me on that car loan? I don't know. You'll never do that again. Those days are done. Amina says, I had to just stop talking to them, LJ. Family, friends, romantic partners, they don't get it. You have to stop, Amina. You can't. You can't. You cannot talk. It's going to get to the point to where if they come to you sincerely and ask you about finances, great, tell them. But if they ask you, a lot of people are going to ask you in a smart aleck way. They're not really going to want to know nothing. They're just more like they want to just prove you wrong, but they don't understand that they're the only ones going to be wrong because math is always right. But you got to remember, they don't know. This is an easy way, Amina, so you can lower your frustration when that happens. You got to remember, if you see a family member go finance a car and they believe they got it on sale, you got to ask yourself, if they knew what you knew, would they finance that car? The answer is no. So you got to remember, they don't know. That's why they finance the car. They don't know. Why would if somebody goes and finances a house during a pandemic, it's because they don't know. Because if they knew, they would never do that in a million years. If they knew, they would never, first of all, they would never finance a car. But during a pandemic, never. Okay, every 30 minutes, I see. Okay. Sorry, you guys, I got to click that on and off because it's got a 30-minute limit. So I got to figure something out. Anyway, they would never do that. Shout out to DTN for the $5 super chat, sir. Thank you. Finally here, Unc. Been seeing people burn through that stimulus. Okay, finally here. Okay. Okay. I like that, man. That's kind of cool. Been seeing people burn through the stimulus money like crazy. Walmarts are still packed, people not caring. Yeah. Especially, you guys got to remember, they're slowly opening back states up. They're opening states back up. People believe it's going to go back to normal. It's never going back. Don't believe me? Does it make sense to you? You think you're going to go back and with social distancing, people think they're going to go back to making regular money. No, they're not. Think about it this way. If social distancing is in place back into the regular working world, that means they could never open back schools. Schools can never open up. You can't do social distancing in grade school, middle schools, or high schools. You can't do that. That's impossible. How are you going to do that? What's going to happen with the schools? If it's okay to work with social distancing, how are you going to do schools? That's impossible. How are you going to do that? That doesn't make sense. There's another thing that doesn't make sense. Pay attention. FEJ75 says, I have been watching TV because of news overload of the virus. Thank you, LJ, for the answer. I have been watching. You haven't or have been watching TV because of the news over? Yeah. Oh, you probably been saying you haven't been watching because it's too much. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Cosmic. She does. Jewel's throwing up some gems up there too. Thank you, Jewel, for your contribution in that, because you've been throwing up some jewels for that. Appreciate it. Lots of good information up in there. Cosmic says, I work to get money to invest. That's the next step after being debt free. Define the future you want and go for it. And right now, you guys, let me tell you, I can't stress this stronger. Right now, if you want to be rich, right now is the time to open your eyes. Right now, if you want to be rich in the new economy, because as you can see, pay attention with your eyes open. It's changed. It's changed forever. You must accept it. How you must accept it? Get to zero right now. You do whatever it takes to get to zero. Come to the conclusion, the answer that you do not accept. If you're making payments, whatever you're making payments on, you do not own it. If you accept it, let it go, get to zero, you will be ready for the new economy and you will be rich. You'll know exactly how to do it, because houses, cars, the prices of houses and cars come 2021 and 2022. You'll never see those prices again, ever. There will never be those prices. How do you know this? I'm just paying attention to mathematics. Millions of people are out of work. Millions of people can't pay their credit card bills, their cell phone bills, their mortgages, their car notes. That means millions of foreclosures and repossessions, millions. And again, before the pandemic, millions of people are already 90 days behind in their car payments. You think they're going to make the payments now, car payment and insurance with no job? No. 2021, 2022, save your money. Save your money. Next year, the year after that, will be base bottom bargain prices for anywhere in the freaking country. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You got to remember, all the people that were financially faking are being removed from the board. They're being removed. It's going to take them at least 2 to 3 years to get back on their feet. First, they got to know they're in debt. They're going to know real fast once it's gone. They will never last 18 months, ever. Queen of South says actors and actresses will feel the will feel the crunch. Yeah, no more movies will be blockbusters hits anytime soon. You're right. They all, hey, Queen of South, all of them are feeling it. Nobody. I want you guys to pay close attention. There are no more movie stars. There are no more big blockbuster movie stars like that. Big great singers making all this money in concerts. Those days are done for years. Those are done for years. Now the smart ones, they're reinventing themselves right now. Concerts will be online. That people will pay for those. That's coming. It's probably already happening. FVJ75 says, hey, LJ, before the virus, my job was totally against working from home. We had a meeting with the CEO and she was saying key a word. This working from home is saving money and we may adopt going forward. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? How do I know that? Because that makes sense. I look at things that don't make sense and then I say, what makes, because that doesn't make sense. There's always an opposite. When it comes to money, remember, money in business is always an opposite. That doesn't make sense. This does make sense. After the pandemic's over, bring everybody back into the building and pay them their regular wages again? No, that doesn't make sense. People that are in debt, they don't really see that took a cost for the business to take it took a cost to get everybody home, get the laptops and computers set up, get all this infrastructure in place. That's not free. That costs money. So you think after they say, hey, yeah, things are back to normal, you can go back to this? No, that doesn't make sense. They're not doing that. This is staying this way. But people in debt, well, whatever. Hope you're paying attention. Cosmic Wisdom says, don't just work to pay monthly bills. You'll never get off that treadmill without a clear future vision and setting goals based on the life you want. Sure won't. Right now, you guys, young adults, I hope you guys are listening. Right now, you can be anything you want to be right now. Anything, anyone, doesn't matter. Oh, that's why that 30-minute thing, because it would be considered a recorder. That's what they were saying. Anything over 30 minutes would be. Oh, got it. Okay, that's why I can't change the 30-minute thing. Got it. Got it. Shout out to the Scout for the $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. That hot fire made me do it. Made me do it. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, sir. Always a great supporter since day one. Since we got on the phone and talked the first time, I already knew it. Cosmic Wisdom says, life gives you the same problem until you learn a lesson. Ain't that the truth, Cosmic? That is so true. It'll keep coming back until you say, okay. Then you'll turn around and say, okay, why you keep knocking me on my head? Oh, that. Got it. And then you move on. Trust me, that's how it works. DTN says there's a quote that says it's easier to fool people than to convince people they're being fooled. Yeah. And somebody said a good one on my Savings Minus Debt Facebook. 2 ways to become wealthy: to own something or to loan something. That was a good one. To own something or to loan something. 2 ways to become wealthy. I was like, oh, that's bad. I like that. DTN says Cosmic Wisdom. That's right. Sad. Herbert Walker says, hey, LJ, what's going on, Herbert? Welcome. Herbert Walker says, one of my friends asked to use my food saver, and the grocery store today had 17-pound bags of rice. 17-pound bags. Damn, that's a lot of rice. Derek says, LJ, what's up? What's up, kid? How are you? I'm good. I'm good. How you doing, Derek Ochoa? Welcome. SR says, good morning, everyone. Dave Sincere says, I'm watching a video and chat so much I forgot about my fish. Ended up overcooking it. That means I'm doing my job, Dave. That's how we do it. The Scout says, funny you brought up about workplace. Today, Planet Fitness called to confirm my membership cancellation. Didn't stutter. Yep, canceled. Didn't stutter. Canceled. You're right. Sure, better cancel that. That's done. That is done. Dave Sincere says it was swordfish, so you know it cooks fast. I haven't really ate that kind of fish. I'm a constant salmon eater. SR says I will be making my final motorcycle payment next week. Only student loans left after that. Congratulations, SR. Congratulations, especially during a time like this. Congratulations, man. Dave Sincere says I was reading an article about AMC movie cable channel. They were going to drop some Walking Dead movies in the theaters. Right now, all of that has been scrapped by theater. Yeah, the theaters are trying to hang on. They might as well scrap that whole idea. That's done. Nobody's trusting that. Dave Sincere says theaters are cutting off any deals they had previously. You better believe it. Lee Scott says facts. Thank you, Lee. Quentin Cameron says those days of lots of people working in office building is over. It's over. It's totally over. What you gonna do? Here are all these buildings in downtown, whatever city, you name the city you want. Now they're gonna do social distancing. What about the buses? Listen, what about the buses and the trains and just walking down the sidewalk in a busy downtown city? What you gonna do? Social distancing? That doesn't make sense. Does that make sense to you? It doesn't make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it's usually not true. So you got to say, how come that doesn't make sense? You look for the exact opposite that will make it make sense. To me, in my opinion, okay, this is my opinion. Why are they doing that? Oh, they must be testing something to see if it's going to spread. Well, if it already spread, that means it is. So when it spreads, a lockdown. And if they have to, martial law. Hope you guys are paying attention to that. There's going to be a drawing. Again, there's a drawing sorry, guys. 2 SMD family members, Mike Rambo and DTN Window Cleaning, donated 2 45-minute sessions separately, of course. We're going to donate it to any SMD family member that's on the Discord server. So if you haven't joined the Discord server, please join now as we speak, because we're going to do the drawing during this show. Okay, it's going to happen during the show. All right. Thanks to Hyphy. Appreciate it. Hyphy set all that up. Thank you, sir, for doing that for me. And we're going to do that during the show. So we're going to make a drawing for the first, not both, just one. One for I said that wrong. I'm sorry. Tomorrow. I said that wrong. We're gonna do the drawing tomorrow during tomorrow's show. God dog it, I hate when I do that. Sorry, Hyphy. My bad. Tomorrow. And I forgot to also mention that tomorrow, me and my girlfriend we're gonna do a show tomorrow. We don't know the title yet. We're structuring it out, but tomorrow during that show, we're gonna announce the winner. And we're going to do her and I, we're going to be on this show. We're going to talk about finances as a couple. So I'm not sure of the title yet, but I'm gonna give everybody a 2-hour notice beforehand. Okay. I apologize for messing everything up with that hyphy, but we're going to do it tomorrow. Sorry for mixing that up. SR says this quarantine ain't slowing down my journey to freedom. Hey man, if you're still working, do your thing, man. Right now is the time to get out of debt. NC Big says they should just shut down New York and big cities because people have to be closed in places like that. Yeah. You know, and honestly, I think it's a test. I just think it's a test. That's all. I think it's a test. I think it's a test of control. Shout out to Herbert Walker for the $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Today I celebrate my 6-month anniversary of retirement. Congratulations. This right now, Herbert, this is my fourth year of owning the time in my life, right? 4 years I have been wealthy. Wealthy is owning the time in my life, and I've owned every last minute of it for the last 4 years. That's crazy. Quit my job in 2016, and I've owned my time ever since, man. That's amazing, amazing feeling, man. You guys have no idea. And the only way you can feel what I'm trying to describe to you, you must do it. And I'm giving you guys the tools to do it right now. Let me throw this up here. I haven't thrown my banners up there. Go to my website, services, and I will get you started. I will give you a plan. All you got to do is, and it doesn't even matter right now, especially you need to come see me right now, especially during these times. Right now is the best time. I guarantee you, I'm going to give you a plan unlike anybody on the internet, unlike anybody. And you'll be ready for the new economy. You'll be ready. All you got to do, I'll write it all out, lay it out, and I'll say, this is all you got to do. You want to be free? Come 2020, if you want your life to change financially forever from 2021 on, come see me. I'll give you the plan. I'll give you the exact plan. We'll both use our own calculators, and I promise you, we'll come up with the same numbers. And I'll say, this is what you do to get rid of that. And then you'll be free for the rest of your life. Cosmic Wisdom says retirement is a number and it's not your age. It's not an age. Retirement's not an age. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. Jewel says, how exciting. I'm excited about it too. Me and my girl, you guys have been asking me about, I'm sure, I hope you're talking about that, the draw. I'm not sure if you're talking about the drawing or the one with my girlfriend. But anyway, I'm excited about to do this with my girlfriend. We've been talking about it for a while. We're going to structure it out. It's not going to be off the cuff like my things be, but it's going to be very structured. It's going to be very interesting. And we're going to announce the winner during that show. And during the show, or are we going to do it before? I don't know. I keep messing up. My bad, hyphy. All right. But I know we're going to announce the winner tomorrow for sure. Anyway, there's going to be a person that's going to be announced from the Discord server that is going to win the first free 45-minute session with me. Okay. Amina says, if the interest is paused, won't the money be going to the principal? That's what it should do. Yeah, that's exactly why you should be paying off your student loan right now, because 100% of it. Well, no, 100% because they take a payment. Yeah, so they'll take if they do it that's supposed to be done, they will take their regular payment, but they cannot add the interest onto that, right? So you'll be able to pay it off faster. Shout out to NC Biggs for the $10 super chat. Thank you, sir. Got me a modem today, LJ. Next is to cancel and put it on in my grandmother's name. That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. Congratulations on getting your own modem too. You just swap back and forth. And don't forget, man, when when you put it in, make sure did you put the end date inside your phone as an alert? Because you will forget, because a lot of people will sign up for a year service and they won't find out that the year of service is over until the following month after the year is over, when the price will skyrocket through the roof. So make sure you put an alert in your phone to go off a week before the end date a year from now. So when it goes off, you call them up and say, hey, you're going to give me the same deal as last year? If they say, no, we don't have that, you say, okay, cool, cancel it. Dave Bourne says, I will call and verify or see a statement. I would verify anything and everything. Any more questions? Let me put this up here just in case here, because I've been all over the place about this drawing. All I know, we're going to do it for sure, because people have been asking about this drawing, about this free time with me. And even that makes me feel good. I like that people behind the scenes have asked me, hey, LJ, you give away the time yet? That makes me feel good. That makes me feel like I'm reaching people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, LJ, you told us about that free time. What's up with that? Because with everything going on, I totally slipped my mind, and I've been back and forth with hyphy when we should, when we shouldn't. And right now is a good time. And since people are asking about it, great. And I appreciate you all for trusting me in that too. Hyphy says, Jewel and I have a frugal lifestyle thread on Discord, which is helping people save money, save the planet, and live healthier. Y'all better check it out on Discord. It is. You guys need to join that Discord server, man. Jewel is dropping some serious money saving tools up in there. Trust me. And it's like, when we use the word frugal, I want you guys to understand something. Frugal is, I don't think I live frugal. I just live. I just like paying. I like paying less than the majority and getting the exact same services. Right now, I pay a year. I pay my phone by the year. And this, if you're a young adult, I want you to pay close attention to this. When you have lots of bills, you have lots of due dates. When you get out of debt, you don't have many due dates. You got your mortgage. That can be set to automatic to come out of your account. The majority of stuff can come out of your account. All the monthly due dates are eliminated. The majority of them, the majority of monthly due dates. You can even eliminate the your rent as a due date. I guarantee you this: when things go down, if you got a job and you get out of debt right now, you can move to a place and say, hey, I want to sign a year lease. They'll say, yeah. You say, can I get 1 or 2 months off if I pay you the whole entire year? Right now, in these times, nobody's going to turn you down. And then you just pay out the whole year and you get 2 months free. So you're really paying only for 10 months instead of 12. And then if you pay up front, guess what? You don't have to worry about a due date for your rent either. Now all you got left is your electricity, your water, stuff like that. That's mandatory on those kind of bills. But other than that, I pay my phone by the year. Lee Scott says, that means you must have plenty of cash on hand. Cash on hand on what? What do you mean by Lee? What are you talking? You got to tell me specifically what you're talking about. Because when you're debt free, you always have cash on hand. Like when you have no debt, you always have cash. Okay. So if I believe it, I know what you're talking about. Cosmic says, do you have a webcam do you have a webcam in my house? I'm drinking lemon ginger and turmeric tea right now. See, just enjoying life. Any questions, you guys? I want you, especially you young adults, I want you guys to ask as many questions. I want you guys to ask as many questions as you want right now. For real, this is for you. Okay. This time is for you. Ask as many questions as you wish. Okay, this is for you. I want you guys to never feel this financial insecurity ever again. Ever, 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 ever. And check out the show. I put the link to the Insecure show on HBO. I love that show. So if you guys never watched that show, Insecure, go to HBO, check it out. And then you guys can watch that show from a different perspective. Enjoy the regular show, but I want you to see what the show mimics real life, which is supposed to, okay? But I want you to understand that people in debt, take calls after work, and they do work at home, and that's for free. They try to be a team player. Team player means work for free. Only slaves work for free. Okay. Dave Sincere says, let me tell you about the rent thing. It's real. I got an email notice this week saying they're canceling all credit card fees and paying the rent. They doing whatever to accommodate. You better believe that they have to. I know it sounds like I know it sounds like they're helping you. Always take your feelings out of business. Do you think they're doing that because they feel bad for you? No, they're doing that because they have to. If they want to stay in business, they have to, because nobody's paying their rent. Millions are out of work. Millions. The majority of people are not paying their rent. Why? Because they can't. They don't have the ability to. Okay. Dave says, I'm sure you can work out all kind of deals. If you're not in debt, all kind of deals. Herbert Walker says, LJ, what cell phone service do you use? Verizon is getting too expensive. You can stay with Verizon, Herbert, and you can check out these guys. If you want to stay with Verizon, you can stay with them. And you can go, let me just say this. TotalWireless.com. If you're by yourself, Total Wireless. I use RedPocketMobile.com, or you can do StraightTalk.com. Those are three good ones I like. Red Pocket Mobile, StraightTalk.com, and TotalWireless.com. Okay, because I'm on Verizon right now too. Dave Sincere says, LJ, do you have a P.O. box mailing address? I do not. I do not. I'm gonna have to get one though pretty soon. Well, not anytime soon, but eventually I'll have to get one. Derek Ochoa says, what's the number? I'm not sure what you mean. You must be talking to somebody else. Amina says, they told me if your account had accrued interest prior to the COVID pause, the payment goes to the accrued interest first. If your account had accrued interest, okay, the payment goes to interest first. After that is paid. Yeah, I mean, they only can go by the date. So the date it happened, that's when they have to start. Anything prior to that date, yeah, you have to pay the interest. But after that date, you say, okay, make sure that doesn't happen. That's what the president said. Okay. Dave Sincere says, I've been working from home and there are pluses and minuses. The disadvantage is I'm finding that I'm doing more work. See what I'm saying? Be careful. Don't let that happen, because I want you guys to understand this. Now, this is what listen to me. Okay. You people in debt. I want you to listen how it works. It's nothing personal. This is business. Now, this is how they're going to say, they're going to send you home. Now you're going to be 1099. Now you're going to be responsible for your own health care, your insurance, all that, and taxes. If you don't understand taxes, you know how many people are going to default on their taxes, are going to be in trouble with the IRS. There are already people who are 1099 Uber drivers, people that pay their own taxes. Do you know how many people are in trouble right now with the IRS? I guarantee you, there's probably no number. I don't know. I can't even find it, but I guarantee you there's a lot. That's what they're going to do for you guys. They're going to pay you less. If they got people working for 20% less right now, you come back to work, they're not going to pay you more. You're going to come back to work for 20% less. They're not going to bring you back for regular pay. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Okay. They're going to do you dirty because you're in debt. You have to accept it. They have in businesses. Can you imagine how the businesses have their choice of who to hire and for how much? Millions are out of work. They will accept anything. It's just business. It's nothing more. It's just business. You're welcome. That's why I love the SMD family, man. It's more than just me. You know what I'm saying? Cosmic says, Hyphy, I'll play. Oh, he's talking to Hyphy. You're welcome, Herbert. Derek Ochoa says, I work for NYCTA and the work slowed way down. Now my fiance has to pay up half, and it seems like she has an issue. I don't know as to what I'm hearing. Does that make sense to you? Why are you? I'm not getting into relationships or your relationship, right? But you gotta listen to what's happening. We're in trouble. Now you have a problem with paying half the bills. Does that make sense to you? That doesn't make sense to me. Always pay attention to the things that don't make sense. Why are you upset that you got to pay your half? Why are you upset? I don't get it. If I was holding you down with my job, now something happened to my job, so you need to step up. You're upset. Why are you upset? Pay attention. That doesn't make sense to me. That seems natural. If I'm with somebody and I'm married to somebody or a couple, whatever, one loses their job, but I still have a work, I automatically know that I have to pick up my end to cover both of us. That's how it works. I told you, once you become financially free, you won't pick people like that. You won't pick people that say things like that or do things like that. That's an automatic. You will never take anybody serious who is not financially free. If they're in debt, they're going to expect for you to pay for their debt. If you're free, this is how people in debt believe. If you got with somebody, you're debt free and they're not, they're going to automatically assume since you have no bills, you can pay their bills. That's how they think. They don't think, wait a minute, you're debt free. Won't you help me? They don't think like that. They think, won't you show me how you did it? They won't think like that. They say, hey, you ain't got no bills. You can pay my bills. No, you'll never get with anybody like that ever. Derek Ochoa says that's no chat number. That's no chat number to get. Oh, no, that's not a number. That's a link. You just get on, you just click the link and then you come on. You don't have to get on camera. You can just use your voice and talk. You don't have to, there is no phone number. You just click on that link. Let's see. Jared J says, how do you convince someone to not get deeper in debt? My friend is in the process of looking for a house, but he still has student loans. He told me he's going to take advantage of the good deals. You don't say anything. This is what you do, Jared. You go, okay. Actually, you can do this if they're willing. But you got to remember, always think about it this way. If they knew, if your friend knew what you knew today, you think he would do that? No, then he doesn't know. That's why he's doing it. That's why you go, okay. You're not here to convince anybody. You know why? Because the majority, I keep telling people this, the majority must remain in debt for all of this to work. In order for all this to work, the majority must remain in debt. So if your friend they believe they can buy a house while having student loans, well, that's just, I guess. You just go, okay. They obviously don't trust mathematics, because if they did the math, he would see that he has no money for a house. If he added up all the savings and add up all his debt, savings minus debt equals how much you have for a house. If you do that to him and say, hey, man, add up all your savings, add up all your debt, whatever that equals, that's how much you have for a house. He's going to say, wait a minute, that's in the negative. Yeah, that's in the negative. So say, how are you going to buy a house when your finances are in the negative? Uh-oh, what happened? You're going to say, how are you going to buy a house when your finances are in the negative? That's mathematically impossible. That's mathematically impossible. If they don't believe their own mathematics, you got to go, okay, good luck. Lottery Guru says, LJ, I have a credit repair company telling me how they can erase all negative debt and give me up to 727 credit score. Just wanted your take. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's just business. What they're doing is legal. Most of them, I'm not going to say all of them, but the majority of them, it's legal what they're doing, but they're not doing anything for you. They're not getting you out of debt. Okay. They're putting you in debt. This is what I want you to say in your mind. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have for credit repair. If whatever they're doing is going to place you deeper in debt, you don't go with that. They're not doing any, they're not paying off any debt. They're probably going in there, probably challenging every single, check this out. Listen, this is another thing. I just thought of this. They're pushing this credit repair. You know why? Because millions are in credit trouble. They can go right now and challenge every single thing on your credit report. These businesses cannot keep up with responding to millions of people. That's impossible. So the majority of those people's debts are going to get wiped off their credit report. Yeah, it's going to go up, but if it's a legal debt, they can put it right back on. So this is what people are going to do. They're going to go with the credit service. They're going to go in and challenge every single thing on your credit report. And then the businesses, they can't keep up with millions of people. Then it's going to be removed after 30 days. Your credit score is going to go up. And guess what the people are going to do? They're going to go finance something else. That's what anybody that's looking for credit repair, you say, hey man, why you want your credit repaired? So I can finance something? So I can go deeper in debt. Oh, so I can go get a house, so I can go get a car. So you want your credit fixed so you can go deeper in debt. Yeah, that's why you're doing it. You're in debt. And then once they go and get something, guess what? And then the businesses are going to come back and say, hey, that's a legal debt. Put it back on. That just because they take it off in 30 days, that doesn't mean they can't put it back. If they have a legal right, they can put it back. And then they can start the clock all over again. That 7-year clock that people think things fall off of your credit report, whatever, that's not true anyway. But anyway, that starts that 7-year clock all over again as soon as you touch it. Tick tock. Oh, start over another 7 years. What's up, Ill Wills? Welcome, sir. Derek Ochoa says you provide everything for a woman. I don't think that. I don't do that. Me and my woman do it equally. I don't provide for her. We provide for each other. So whatever that thing is, hey, the man's supposed to do this. If you want to believe that, you go right ahead. That's not true. That's not true. And plus, if you get with a woman that's financially free, she'll know that too. That's why I would never get with a woman in debt. There would be no purpose for me to get with a woman that's deep in student loan debt and don't have a date of when she's going to pay it off. Don't think she'll ever pay it off. I'll be like, so you're going to live with that debt until you're dead? Yeah. No, I can't get with somebody that's a slave. You're a slave. I don't date slaves, financial slaves. Slaves that have convinced themselves they are slaves mentally. If you convince yourself that you're going to be a slave, I guess you're a slave. I guess it's nothing personal. Do you believe you're a slave? Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't. Thank you, sir. Right now is the time to come see me. Right now is the time. Somebody's going to win a free 45-minute session with me. I'm excited. I'm excited to whoever's going to be, man. I'm excited to help change your life forever. I promise you, I'll give you a plan. Promise you. Guaranteed. I'll give you a plan. All you got to do is believe it. All you got to do is believe the math that I'm going to show you. Nicer says, is that YouTube telling you to rap? No, that's my camera. That's my camera, Nicer. I've been doing research on DSLR cameras. And they said there was some kind of tariff that was set on cameras that if they can record longer than 30 minutes, they're considered a camera and they can't do that. So there's no way you can change the 30-minute limit. So I got to let it black and then come back on until I get a newer camera. So I might have to get a newer camera just for like the newer cameras now. They don't have that 30-minute limit because it's after the tariff. It's the weird thing. It's weird. Oh, Amina says, I don't date slaves. Yeah, don't date slaves. It's financial slaves. It's nothing personal. I don't date slaves. I mean, you can't say that, but if they keep pushing it, Amina, you go say, hey, I don't date people in debt. I don't do that. Now, if you get with somebody, now this is the difference. I want you guys to make sure this is clear. This is the difference. Now, if you come across somebody that already currently working on their debt, great. But to get with somebody and then they decide, hey, then I want to work on no, I want you to already start working on getting out of your debt before you meet me, not because you meet me. No, sir. Denzel, welcome, sir. Mr. Rodriguez, young sir. Welcome. You're always welcome. Hello, sir. Oh, yeah, that's kingdom thinking, man, and woman working together. Equality. Exactly. Equally. Excuse me. Equally. Exactly. That's equal. I don't do more for her. She don't do more for me. But if I'm making more and doing more, it'll naturally happen that way. But if she does more than me, it'll naturally happen the other way. I would not care if my woman made more than me. I have no idea why men have a problem with that. I would not care in the slightest. Ill Will says it's the time. Sign up to LJ personal consultation. It's the time right now. I promise you, it's the time right now. Right now. I'll tell you exactly what to do. I'll prepare you for the new economy. The new economy is coming. It's starting now. Have you been paying attention to the news? Banks are cutting off HELOCs. They're not as of today, I know Wells Fargo is not accepting HELOCs anymore. No HELOC application. Why do you think that is? Because they know what's coming. Soon, people with HELOCs, they don't even know. Banks can cut off the HELOCs anytime they wish. If you got a HELOC right now, this is what I strongly suggest you do. Go down to the bank and take it out in cash right now. Say, hey, yeah, here, I'm here to cash out my HELOC. You better take it out in cash. You better go do it right now. Better go do it. Derek Ochoa says, I need that session. Hey, there's the link. Go sign up. I got several services. Totally up to you. Nicer says, oh, let me bounce before I abuse this wrench. Catch you later. See you later, Nicer. Abuse this wrench. Herbert Walker says, I'm 57 years old, and I used to date women in debt. It was stressful. Hey, Herbert, before I got out of debt, I was dating women in debt. That wasn't, check this out, Herbert. When I got with a woman, that wasn't one of my questions. Hey, how much debt are you in? That's not a natural question. That's just not. Today, I mean, I'm with somebody now, but I always tell you guys the same story. Today, I asked my woman, I wanted to see her personal credit report. She thought I was joking. She was kind of giggling about it. I was like, no, I'm serious. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. That's a requirement. Oh, I'm not in debt. Yeah. Everybody says that. Oh, I'm not in that much debt. Everybody says that too. And I got to see it. What's a lot of debt? You know, like when somebody says, hey, LJ, are you rich? What is rich to you? Because rich means, listen, when young people pay close attention to when people use words, rich. You got to say, what is rich to you? And you think, are you in student loan debt? Yeah, I bet you rich means totally different than to me because you're in debt. You probably think anything is rich. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Your Will's always been support since day one. Johnny Blaze. Oh, look at Johnny trying to stir the pot. Johnny, stop trying to stir the pot. No HELOC equals no velocity banking. You trying to stir, hey, everybody's welcome. Okay. Ill Will says ELOC, headlock at headlock at this point, you'll be struggling if you don't get out from under it. Hey man, I'm telling you, if you got a HELOC right now, go down to the bank and cash it out. If they let you, they might not even let you. Because if people realize this and they should go get the cash, they're gonna be like, oh, hey, yeah, you know, they're gonna stop. Thank you, sir. Hi, Ify. It's time right now. Any questions, you young people, man? This is for you guys, man. Because when I watch that show, man, I just think, man, they're sucking the Issa Rae. Hey, man, check this out. When I see a woman like Issa Rae, that's the star of Insecure on HBO, I just look. When you're debt free, this is how I look at people like that. Look at this woman that made it. She believed in herself enough to have her own show using her own name by her rules. That's just amazing, man. That just blows me away. She's an excellent actor. Blows me. I told when actors can, and her co-star, I forget her co-star's name. If you ever watch this, Issa Rae and your co-star, please forgive me, co-star, for not remembering your name, because you guys are both excellent, phenomenal actors. I totally forget that you're acting. But if you're young adults, listen. Pay attention to the things that are said in there. Working after hours, working at home, answering emails, thinking that's part of life, thinking that you got to get along with people at work. No, you just don't go there to work. You get along as a co-worker. You don't have to be nobody's friend. You just do good work. Period. It's just a business. Patrick Young says, bro, you are hilarious. I don't hate slaves. I don't, bro. I don't hate slaves. They are necessary. Financial slaves are necessary because This is how you guys take your feelings out of like when like if you call somebody in debt a slave, of course they're going to take offense to it, right? But then you stop them and say, but is it true? Are you in debt? Yeah. This is what you do. Okay, you guys that are following me, I want you to do this trick on a person that's in debt. This is what you do. This is how you trap them. They don't know what you're going to say. Say, hey, man, I want to do a magic trick on you. Okay. And you go, yeah, okay. Do you have student loans? They're going to say, yeah, the majority of people got student loans, right? And then you say, you pull a 20, go like this. No, what should I do? What's the best way to do? Have them pull out a 20 out of their pocket, right? Pull out any denomination, but I'm gonna just use a 20, right? You have them pull out a 20 out of their pocket. You say, hey man, if I could make that disappear, this is how you do it. If I can make that disappear, I get to have that 20. And then of course they're gonna say, yeah. And you say, hey man, I'm not even gonna be close to you. I only have to be close to, and I'm gonna turn my back. And you say, I'm gonna turn around, and if I make that 20 disappear, I get to keep it. Of course, they're gonna say, yeah, that's impossible. You can't do that, right? And then I want you to go like this. Since you already asked them their student loans, they already said, yes, this is what I want you to go. Okay, you turn around and you say to the person, hey man, I want you to go $20 minus your student loans equal what you have in your hand, right? Is that 20? And then you turn around and say, is that 20 mathematically still in your hand? They're going to have to say no. And then you say, thank you. I got the 20. I made it disappear. See what I'm saying? They're going to have to say, no, excuse me. They're going to have to say, yes, it did disappear. It's gone. They're going to say yes, because it's gone. $20 minus their student loans. That means they're still going to be in a negative. So that $20 is not even there. You say, thank you. See what I'm saying? Herbert Walker says, LJ, I used to feel guilty about retiring. Thanks for setting me free. See what I'm saying? People in debt will make you feel guilty about something that they want to do. You think people want to work? They don't want to work. They wish they could retire, but since they believe retirement's an age, young people, listen. You know that feeling you get when you sit down with this job and they start telling you about the retirement benefits if you stay here. Excuse me. If you stay here until age 65, you know how they do that? Right? And you get that funny feeling in your stomach, like, oh my God, 65. And then you just put it out of your mind because you don't really believe you're going to be there long anyway. That's a trick. That's a trick. Retirement's not an age. You get to retire at any age you choose. If you want to become a millionaire, you got to think in your mind, you always use reality. Am I going to become a millionaire having a regular job? No? Then what are you doing? If you know this, if you know you're never going to become a millionaire while working a regular job, and you're constantly saying that you want to become a millionaire, what are you doing at your job? I wish somebody would have told it to me like that. Linnell, you're going to be, I know you make six figures, Linnell. Yeah. Why do you think six figures is a lot of money, Linnell? Because people in debt tell me that. That's why you think six figures is a lot of money, because people in debt think it's a lot of money. It's not a lot of money, Linnell. Do you think you're going to become a millionaire while working at this six-figure job? No, that's mathematically impossible, right? Well, yeah, that's impossible. Then what are you doing here, Linnell? Why are you out figuring out how to become a millionaire? You know why you're not doing that, Linnell? Why? Because you're in debt. You don't even know where to start, Linnell. Matt said you got to start at a number. What number are you starting at, Linnell? I wish somebody would have told me like that. I wish to God somebody would have told me like that. Jerry J says, LJ, when you became debt free and good with money, did the people around you start to resent you? I've experienced this. Yes. Slaves don't like that. Slaves don't like anybody doing better than them financially because they're slaves. When you get out of debt, you want everybody to be free. I want everybody. I want all SMD family members to become multimillionaires. I wouldn't care if they made more money than me. So what? Happy. Anything above zero, I'm good with. But only slaves resent you for doing something different than the collective. You're doing something different than the collective. That's why they're upset. Queen of South says, I once worked with someone. Her husband paid off all her credit cards. Guess what? She went and got more credit cards and had statements mailed to the office. Financial infidelity. Ooh, that's got to be the worst. I don't know which one would be worse, fellas. Which one would be worse? If you caught your woman fooling around or you got a $50,000 credit card bill that came in the mail, which one would be worse? Worse, not worse, worse. Which one would be worse? You caught your woman, you walk in, you be like, oh my God, I didn't know you was messing around with the mailman, or the $50,000 payment due to a credit card came in. Which one would be worse? And then you find out the statements have been mailed to work. Oh my God. This is why I say, young people, young adults, if you get debt free right now, the chances of that ever happening to you are so low, because you would never get with a person that's in debt. Only people in debt do things like that. Only people in debt. Ill Will says $50,000 credit card. I can cut her ass off, but I'm attached to that debt. Yes, you can cut her off, but you're attached to the debt. But listen, if you catch her fooling around, you cut her off and you just leave. But when it's debt, you can't just leave. 50,000, you're gonna be mad for a long time. Hell, 20,000, 10,000. Let's go. Let's not even go as high as 50,000. Let's go to 10,000. You come home, and in the mail comes a $10,000 credit card bill. You add up all the hours it's going to take to pay off $10,000. Micro Rambo says fooling around. The Scout says, LJ, you have me breaking down laughing with the people in debt, hating on those that are debt free. The hate is just, when you become financially free, you don't hate other people that are successful, because you know there's plenty of money for everybody. Money's not scarce. Listen, if you're in debt, money doesn't even exist for you. It doesn't even exist. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much your net worth is today, how much money you have today. If that's in the negative, yes, including your student loans, yes, including your mortgage, yes, all of it, yes. If that's in the negative, check this out. If you're all savings and debt equals how much money you have in life, right now, right? So if you got a check, if you say like you got your stimulus check, $1,200, then you go $1,200 minus your total amount of debt. If that's in the negative, that $1,200 doesn't even exist. It's not even there. So you can't cash it and go spend it on something. It's not really there. You can. If you don't believe in mathematics, you can cash the check and go spend it. But if you mathematically see that it's not there, you're going to be like, it's nothing there to spend. It's nothing there to spend. It doesn't even exist. Say like it was $10,000 in cryptocurrency. $10,000 minus your total debt equals how much cryptocurrency you really have there. Does it matter that it's cryptocurrency? Doesn't matter if it's gold. Here, I'll change it. Let's change it from the dollar to cryptocurrency to gold. Say like there's $2,000 worth of gold here. $2,000 minus your total debt equals how much gold you have. Is the gold there? It's not there. The form of currency doesn't even matter to those whom are in debt. Doesn't even matter. Cosmic says, as a woman, I'd be pissed either way, but I'd rather have a guy cheat on and not run a $50,000 bill again after I paid it off. Yeah, I would never take that chance. Pay off credit cards and then they go get some more? No, I wouldn't do that. No, sir. Herbert Walker says, I wish everyone in this group take advantage of this rare opportunity to grow wealth and become financially independent. They will. Eventually, Herbert. This is a lot of new information that people it's hard to swallow. I'm basically telling everybody to unlearn what they've been taught and relearn and justify with mathematics. All you got to do, the crazy part about it to becoming rich, all you got to do is believe in mathematics always when it comes to your money, always. Jared says, on Dave Ramsey, the past few weeks have revealed financial infidelity in marriages. Ooh. I haven't been over to Dave for a minute. I got to go check it out. I bet you it's interesting. I bet you it's really interesting. Queen of South says, I was like, girl, you are crazy. LJ, She did not look like us, Brown. I'm sure she didn't. I'm sure she didn't. Cosmic Wisdom says, like Ill Will said, you can walk away from a cheater, but not that debt. So go ahead and cheat. Yeah, that's true. That kind of debt, you're not walking away from that for years, unless you quit your job and go quit your job, live with your parents, and go file Chapter 7. Herbert Walker says, my fellow baby boomers are in major debt. It's sad. Yes, it's really sad. It's really sad. I'm trying to reach out to these young adults that are falling victim to to society. It's unfortunate that when I think back, man, when I was 29, 30, I went by education, I went by salary, I went by never once somebody came up to me and said, hey, Linnell, you went to college for 4 years. Yeah. Then how come you keeping your college? How come you keeping your loan for 10 years? I wish somebody would have said it to me like that. Then how come you are keeping your student loan for 10 years? Make mathematical sense to me, LJ. Make it make sense. You can't. And if you're new to the channel, I want you to ask not only yourself, ask your friends. I want you to say, hey, man, how long you had your student loan? They'll tell you some ridiculous number. And then I want you to ask them, does that make sense to you? Does it make sense to keep it that long? How can you justify that? If they try to justify keeping a student loan that long, walk away. Do not ever, ever, ever take financial advice from anybody that tries to justify something like that. First of all, it's mathematically impossible to justify. But if they don't know that, you really don't do that. Are you guys out there, young adults? Are you paying attention? Don't be shy. Ask questions. This is your opportunity. Again, don't forget to join the Discord server. Okay, we're going to do a drawing on that. 2 45-minute sessions have been donated by SMD family members. All right, tomorrow we're going to announce the winner during the show tomorrow. And like I said, it's going to be me and my girlfriend on. I'm not sure if we're going to be on camera or not. I'm not sure. It's going to be up to her. All right. No salons are open. Okay. I'm not saying that she looks, whatever, but you know what I'm saying. But we're going to announce it during the show tomorrow. Okay. Queen of South says, LJ, I would rather study your videos. This is my new lunch and learn, as we say in healthcare. Thank you, Queen of the South. Like I keep saying, you're a nurse. Please stay safe out there. And I love having you participate during the show because you can help justify some of the things I'm saying. Because again, I feel with the cities opening up, I feel for nurses and doctors. I feel for you guys. I do, because they have to do it. They're in debt. They have to go make some money. And for those of you that are new to the channel, I always say this: something big has to happen by the summertime. Something big has to happen. Something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what it is. But as soon as that stimulus money runs out, that's going to be a big problem. It's going to be a very big problem. I don't know what they're going to do. They can open up the states. They can open up the cities. It doesn't matter. With social distancing, they're never going to make the amount of money that they wish. You think they're going to, if you're a person that can't wait for things to get back to normal so you can get back to work and make your money, you're not going to be making that kind of money. They're not even going to give you that many hours. They're making cuts. Shoot. Cosmic Wisdom says, LJ, it's sad trying to follow society versus defining what you want out of life. I think that's why people want to buy so much stuff, because they are not happy following someone else's version of success. They are not happy following someone else's. You know what? And I agree totally with that, Cosmic. Totally agree with that. It's very difficult when you're in debt and you don't really understand money. You don't know how to look for success, because you believe, like when I was growing up and as a young adult, I watched TV. TV showed me what success looks like, what rich people have. According to TV, rich people have big houses, big cars, vacations. They got private yachts, and they do all fun stuff. Who says that? TV? Do you think people with real money really just waste their money like that? Do you think they just throw it away? Just say, hey, I got money. I'm just going to buy. You give a person in debt $1 million, they're going to have $1 million worth of payments, if not more. You give a person $1 million, they're just going to think now they can get the black card. Now they can afford a bigger mortgage. Now they can afford a bigger car payment. All you got to do is watch reality TV shows. They say it in all the time. They always talk about in reality TV shows where everybody looks rich, they're always talking about mortgage payments and car payments. It's like, you're rich. Why are you talking about payments? Rich people don't make payments. That's why they have money. See what I'm saying? It says, what should I prioritize right now during the pandemic? Stack your money. It all counts on two. Amina, if you got a job and it's solid, which many people don't have solid jobs. If it's not solid, stack your money. That's what I suggest. Stack your money, period. Scout says, LJ, I'm signed up with Discord, but don't quite have a feel of it. Can you maybe do it like a 30-minute show going over how to use it and best utilize it? Right now, Hyphy is the person for that. So you can jump on there, or we can dedicate a show to, unless he wants to come on and do it. It's totally up. I don't know how he wants to do that. It's totally up to Hyphy. I got to talk to Hyphy about it because he's the constructor of that whole deal. I don't really know. I just go, hey, Hyphy, I don't know how to do this and that. And he just tells me, and he's glad to share the information. And you can get on the Discord server and ask all the questions you want, Ken, because he knows all the answers to that. Cosmic said, I would focus on getting emergency expenses saved up versus paying down debt aggressively. Totally agree. Totally agree with Cosmic. Totally agree with Cosmic. Will says, listening, LJ, driving right now. Hey, I'm in the car. I'm in the Benz, or am I in the Porsche, Yo Wills? Is this the Porsche? Let me look around. No, this don't look like the 911 Turbo. No, I don't feel it. It doesn't have that tight feel, so it must be the Benz, okay? Cosmic says, if you have at least 3 months of expenses, you could make bigger debt payments than the minimum. Otherwise, save up for your monthly expenses in case your job is cut, for sure. You are welcome, Ken, the scout. You're welcome, sir. It's not only me, it's the SMD family. And hey, Ken, I appreciate you being part of the SMD family, man. I really do. Let me see. Focus on that. Nope, let me do that. Okay, there we go. Any other questions? Young adults, I want you guys to listen. This is for you. Okay? This is for you. Come see me. I'm excited about see who's going to win. I'm excited for whoever I'm working with. I'm excited that I get to help you. Believe it or not, right now, even though everybody has to make money, but there are a lot of desperate people out there trying to make money because they have to make money. In actuality, right now is the time to help people, right? People are going to help. They're going to always remember who helped them in such a pandemic. I know there's people out there that would love to go and pay for my services right now, but they just can't afford it. I get it. Totally get it. Totally get it. But I know when they do have money, I know they're going to come see me. I already know that. How do I know that? People tell me all the time in emails. People send me text messages. Hell, go look at the comments on some of the videos. Go check them out. I love it, man. I repost those comments on my YouTube channel. When people leave a comment like that, I'll be like, man, these are the comments that keep me going forward. Keep me going forward. The scout says, LJ, can't wait for the day soon where I'll be able to help assist others, man. It's going to be exciting, Ken. You know what, Ken? You're probably already doing it now. You just don't know it. It happens automatically. It's not like, okay, today's the day I'm going to start helping people. No, you just naturally are going to do it. That's how this was born. And when you get that Porsche, Wills, hey, I want to ride in it. And you can explain to me all the stuff or whatever that comes with it, okay? What's up, Johnny Blaze? Can you hear me?
Hey, what's going on, LJ? How you doing, man?
What's happening, man? What's going on?
Not too much. Hey, I want to do something for you. You asked me to show you something, and I never got around to it, so I decided I'm gonna do it today.
Okay, all right.
All right. So I'm gonna turn the camera on real quick here.
I got the banners out the way, so go ahead.
Okay, so now I'm gonna let you see what a paid off Tesla looks like.
A paid. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
And another paid off car. So it's what two paid off cars look like.
Whoa,
so now you
man, it looks so different. It's had a whole different body style when it's paid off. Whoa.
Yeah.
Man, hey, looks, hey, I'm gonna be there with you. It looks, hey, can we get a look on the inside? Does it look different when it's paid off on the inside?
Yeah.
Okay, let's check it out.
Let me go get the. Let me get the keys. I can turn it on real quick.
I thought you could just tell it to open the door. Say open, right?
It ain't quite that high tech, man.
Oh, okay. Damn, that's what they look like. I've never seen one, man. I've never seen one. Johnny.
Yeah, man. This is the inside, man.
I'm gonna be there, man. Is that white interior?
Yeah.
Oh wow, look at that. Ooh,
I got the seats down right now.
Right.
But that's the inside, man. This is it.
Oh, I like it. Don't even make a sound.
No, super quiet, man. Super quiet.
I heard they did a recent update on there. Did you get one? Did you get it?
Mine is a 2016, so I don't have any of the new stuff. There's some other. You can get the main unit placed out. I decided not to go with that, at least not yet.
Okay.
I don't have the reason to do it yet because mine's working just fine the way it is.
Now, what model is that? What models you have?
I have the Model S.
Model S. Okay, that's not the 90D or whatever that thing is called.
Yeah. My Model S 90D.
Oh, okay. Wow. Let me see the tag on the back. Let me see it, man. What color is that? Is that black?
It's black.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh
Now,
yeah,
I
man.
know I was watching a video the other day, and I saw that this new update that helps it take off faster by lowering the front end first, and then it takes off or something like that.
Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, I don't have the lifting system in my. It might do it. I don't know.
Gotcha.
But okay. I don't really try to drag my. When I first did it, yeah, I was doing that on a regular basis, man. But I'm gonna tell you who I always ran into was that it was always the BMW drivers.
Really? They
always come up to him. Yes.
And how many times have you taken them up on that offer?
I've done it with about two, maybe two times. I've done it with them. But I had one guy. Yeah, I was in Vegas. Me and my daughter were driving, and he pulls up on the highway, and he's like waving over. And he's like, "Come on, let's go." I'm like, "Man, come on." If it's just me in the car, sure. Me and my daughter, nah, not doing that.
Wow. Okay, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna get there. I'm getting me one of them bad boys. I don't know what next year will be the year to get them because there's gonna be a million of them repossessed.
They probably will. You know what? You're probably right, man.
Oh, I know it's right. There's millions are not making their Tesla payments right now as we speak. Millions.
So I'm keeping this. What I do want to get rid of this thing right here, though. It's my Sonata. It's my other vehicle.
Well, if you're trying to sell it, right now is the time because you ain't gonna be able to get rid of it. Right now is the time.
It's paid for. I mean, it's paid for. Actually, what I want is I want another Tesla, but I want the Model 3. Like you said, I don't want the payments.
Right now is the time to sell it. Right now.
Okay. Yeah. Well, not just yet because I don't want any payments, and it's not an even trade. This right here, man. This is a 2013.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Honestly, I would wait. I mean. Not to say
I'm in no rush.
It's going to be a seller's market for quite a few years, man. It ain't. So I mean, congratulations on having two paid off cars.
Oh yeah, man.
Congratulations on that. But I'll be there. I'm gonna get me one. I'm gonna get. Oh, he's charging too. Oh, and it's charging.
Now. Okay, so now I do want to show you one more thing. Okay, when it comes to this, this is how you save money once this thing is paid off. You get you a 240 or a 220 plug installed in your garage. That's the key.
A 220 plug.
Yep, the same kind that your dryer runs off of, because it charges it super fast.
Why is that?
Because if you don't use that, you're going to be using this.
Well, isn't electricity?
It is, but the problem with this, if you know anything about electricity, this runs super slow. And the other issue is it generates a lot of heat, so you have a lot of wasted power.
Okay. That's good to know. I'm glad before I get mine, I know what to do. Appreciate you, Johnny, man.
That's it, man. Hey, bro. No problem, man.
A person that's really saving money on gas because he got to pay it off Tesla.
Yeah.
All right.
And right now, I got I noticed one thing though. I was going through my bank account today and I realized, man, I just got paid. I'm like, I'm actually saving a lot of money right now. I got nowhere to go and I ain't spending no money on anything.
Exactly. I could imagine how much your bread is stacking right now. You're like, wait, I got too much in there. Wait a minute. Oh, because I ain't doing nothing. I can't do nothing. Yeah, that's nice, man. So your job is pretty good. You're pretty secure. It's pretty safe.
For now it is. But if I don't end up getting back into the building at some point, we're going to end up having a problem.
Okay. Well, you're good anyway.
Yeah. So I'm good for now, man. Everything is okay.
Time is the only time that matters.
Yeah. And I got, I follow you and Dave Ramsey, and, I try to live by those basic principles. If I don't need it, I don't buy it.
I can't wait till Dave sees me. I'm trying to make him see me.
Oh, yeah, man.
I'm trying to make him see me. All right, man. I appreciate it, Johnny.
Hey, no problem, man.
All right.
You take care.
You too. That was awesome, man. I'm getting one. Dynasty B says, yes, sir. That's what's up. Hyphy says, tomorrow we'll donate a free 45-minute personalized finance call to a supporter of SMD, Savings Minus Debt. You must be a Discord server member to enter the drawing. Join here. Thank you, sir. Hyphy. Thank you. None of this could have happened. Oh, these gnats, man. Sorry, you guys. None of this could have happened without his help, man. He's, totally been a help with this. Dave Sincere says, that Tesla looks good, my man. It sure does, especially no gas, too. Even though gas is cheap, it really doesn't even matter what kind of car you have right now. It's just basically on environment, but nothing like a paid off car. Ill Will says, salute to Johnny Blaze, a fellow gearhead. Hold on for a second, you guys, okay? 1 second. I got to turn this thing on. I got to turn on my gnat zapper because down south, I really don't have these problems with gnats in Seattle, but down south, gnats are a problem. Okay. Dynasty B says, that's so lit. Teslas are nice. It's real nice, man. Patrick Young says, I'm sitting back watching my money pile. You should, hey, bro, you got to stop telling people that. Better stop telling them, oh, look at Pat. Look at Pat saving money. He think he all that. That's a running joke between me and my bro. Shout out to Johnny Blaze showing off his paid off Tesla. Don't they look different? I think the body style is different when it's paid off. I really believe that. I believe it's faster. And he got the fast one, the 90D. I bet you that's why, hey, Johnny, that's why the BMWs keep coming up on you, because you got the 90D. I'm sure they roll up behind you, see the 90D, and be like, oh, okay. I got to see if it's really that fast. What I've seen on TV or on videos on YouTube. Jerry J says, is the Discord certain hours, or is it like a community where you can just post and talk? Yeah, anytime. It's no certain hours. You can get in there at any time and talk to whoever. And especially sometimes we have Highfield start up a voice chat group, so where you can go in there. You can go in there and we can talk. We can actually talk besides chat. But sometimes we go in there and post information that we see financial wise, or we have different sections. there's a frugal section, there's a miscellaneous section, there's a finance section, there's a section that we start talking about COVID-19. Let me look at that because Hyphy's setting up a lot of stuff in there. So let me see here. Yeah, we got a finance section, a frugal lifestyle section, a coronavirus section, and a miscellaneous section. We got a music section, and then we got the talking area where we can voice chat. And sometimes Hyphy will organize a whole bunch of us at a certain time, and we'll get in there and voice chat. It's pretty cool. I like it. I enjoy it. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions, you guys? Any other questions? Man, I'm so glad. I'm glad I got my bro on there, man. I'm just happy that he's joined now. He finally understood what I was saying, what I've been saying, man. And it's no going back. Once you get on board, that's it. Ain't no going back. There's no option to say, hey, I'm going back in debt. And then you're gonna have to adjust to learn how to deal with people in debt. You won't be able to deal with them the same. I promise you. Johnny Blaze says the BMW guys, most are cool, but they have goofy crowd. They have goofy crowd as well. I bet you they do. I guess I'll know once I get my Tesla, but I can't get a Tesla before a house, so that's not going to happen. So we'll see. We'll see how this business blows up. This is my goal right here. What I'm doing right now, I love helping people. Go right now. If you guys understand, you can get to zero and you can live your passion. Once you find your passion, the money will come. Okay. Don't listen to people that doubt you. If you come up with a passion and just because a person doesn't believe, you're the only one that has to believe in it. You have to believe in your passion. Many people are not going to believe in your passion. It doesn't matter. They don't really have to believe in it like you. That's up to you. But if they start trying to down it, you got to stop and think, what are they doing? If they're not doing anything, that's why they're doubting you. That's why they're downing yours. Okay. Cosmic says, thanks, LJ. I was wondering where you've been this week. Yeah. I just been, I try, what, Cosmic, I try not to, sometimes I will try to do too many things at once, and then I need to slow down. Sometimes my girlfriend, she will let me know if I'm thinking about this too much, because when it's your passion, you become obsessed. It's very difficult to explain, but anything I do to this channel, it doesn't feel like work. So I will do it all the time. And sometimes I need her to bring me back down to earth and say, okay, Linnell, you need to do some of these things to get your mind off of that. You need to do some family things. I know we can't do much, but we got to do something, right? You have to do some family things. And she allows me to break away from this sometimes. And so I take a few days off, and then I just come back with some better content for you guys. Okay. Quinta Cameron says, LJ, how much does it cost to fill up your truck? I fill mine up Monday and it cost me $40. I haven't had to fill it up for a long time. And I'm on right now with it low, it probably cost me around that, because your truck is about yours is bigger than mine, but I don't know. I think I got a 25-gallon tank. I believe it's a 25-gallon tank. So the next time I fill it up, I will definitely let you know for sure. Cosmic says, start your GF got you. Oh, no. GF? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Cosmic. Travelers only, welcome. Hey, LJ, it's Justin from LA. We had a consultation a while ago. Okay. All right. I'm sorry I can't remember you directly, but I appreciate you trusting me. I paid off my credit card, but I had a question about the student loan forbearance period. Should we still pay or stack cash? Right now, number one, you need to make sure that they're freezing the interest. Call, find out, make sure they're freezing it. Number two, is your job stable? If you have a stable job, yes, right now is the time to pay off your student loans. But if your job is not stable, no. Just make sure you call and make sure they're freezing that interest, okay? Make sure they're doing that. Never think it's automatic. Oh, okay, girlfriend. All right. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Cosmic. Thank you for cloud. I just didn't want to do that. Yeah, she got me. Sometimes at first, Cosmic, when she would do that, I would get irritated because when I was in it, I can't really see it that I'm obsessed. But now I take a step back, take my ego out of it, and say she's only doing that because she sees something that I can't see. So it's been a good thing. That's why you guys been seeing me take a few days off, because I have to make myself do that so I can think, spend some time with the family, do some things, shopping, blah, 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 without constantly thinking about it and talking to her about it all the time. So, yeah. So back to you, travelers only. It counts on your job. If your job is stable, yes, continue. Right now is the time to pay off that student loan, especially if they're freezing your interest, okay? If your job's not stable, stack your cash. Don't do that. Cosmic says, sometimes you have to obsess over things to complete goals. Sometimes, yeah, you're right, Cosmic. It's that way, but I have to find a balance, because I don't want this business to become me. Right? This is not just for me, it's for everybody else. If I let this business obsess and I start to believe that I myself is savings minus debt, that's a problem, right? So I can't let that happen. I don't want to trick. For years, I was a computer engineer, and I made myself believe that Linnell is a computer engineer, when in fact it was just a title at a job. It just said that on my college degree, right? But once I don't have a job and I don't have a title, I had to figure out who was Linnell. So now I know who I am, right? Cosmic Wisdom says, but you still need to take a break, girlfriend. Yeah, that's true. You got to take a break. Travelers only says, yeah, I was the young cat with a full financial plan, but just one. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm with you now. Okay. I definitely remember you now. Okay. Yeah, I was the young cat with the full financial plan, but just wanted your opinion. But yes, it's a full frozen period. Okay, so it is frozen. Yeah, like I said, it all counts on if your job's stable, man. If your job's stable, yeah, go ahead and right now pay off that student loan, because it's frozen. The interest frozen. You can get it off faster. But if your job's not stable, stack your dough. Because think about it this way: if you decide not to pay it off, still stack your dough. But when this thing is over, and say like things went back to normal, you start making more money or whatever, right? Now you have the money to say, okay, everything's more secure. Now you have the money to say, bam, and just pay it off, or pay a huge chunk off, or whatever, right? But either way, if it don't turn out the way things that people believe it's going to be normal, which is never going to be normal again, right? You still have money. So thank you for the question, travelers only. Any other questions? These are great questions, you guys. Great questions. How are you guys liking this camera? Is it much more clear? Is my voice matching the video? Everything synced up? Everything's audio and video synced? Everything good? Because I'm only going to get better from here. I've been doing some serious, on this time off, I've been doing some serious research on cameras and stuff like that. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I know how to make my video crystal clear. I've just been, man, it's been a little frustrated, but it's been worth it. I love figuring this out, getting it more clear, because I want to make sure, even during, you know how clear videos are when you upload them, they're just crystal clear. I'm going to make my web streaming just that clear, and I figured out how to do it. So now I just have to drop some dollars on a camera and a lens. Okay, a camera and a lens. I've been reading about DSLR cameras versus mirrorless cameras and lenses, and how to do this and that. It's slowly coming together, but I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying figuring this out. Thank you, Amina. So it's clear now. This is now I'm going through StreamYard. Now, StreamYard only allows me to stream at 720p, right? That's the only thing I don't like about StreamYard. Now that I got a better camera, it's like, oh crap, I can't go higher than 720. Yeah, that's a problem. So I've been looking at this software called Ecamm Live, right? I've been reading about it more and more, and OBS and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, all right. Ecamm Live it looks like the type of software, ECAMM Live, right? And this software seems like I'm gonna end up going there eventually. Michael Rambo says, LJ, how's your weight loss going? You know what I've been doing, Michael Rambo, and I know I've been talking about this, right? I have to make sure I don't do too many things at once. So what I'm doing right now, I'm coming at a different perspective. So on my Food and My Daddy page on Facebook, I've been thinking about things a little bit differently. So this is what I've been coming up with, right? Right now, I'm doing things different than everybody else. I always do things different than, like you and I already talked, right? I watch sodium. Also, when I come across bad food, this is what I'm training myself to say, okay? If I decide to go and eat a bad food that I know I'm not supposed to eat, this is what I'm starting to say to myself, okay? I just started this yesterday. The reason why I'm eating that bad food, because that bad food controls me. Any bad food that's not contributing to my weight loss, I'm eating it because that food controls me. That's what I'm saying. So if I decide to go to Sonic's and get a burger that I know I'm not supposed to be eating right now, it's because that burger at Sonic controls me. And the more I've been saying that, it's been stopping me. It's like, man, no, nothing could, like, you guys see me, nothing controls me. Nothing. I'm not going to let a hamburger control me. I'm not going to let cookies control me. I'm not going to let just this bad food period control me. I'm not. So it's going good. I mean, but it's going differently. I'm not doing it the way I traditionally do it. I'm doing it as a lifestyle. I'm forcing my body to use its reserves. So all that extra fat that's around your body and stomach or whatever, those are reserves that, because you're giving your body, I'm giving my body too much. It's saying, hey, I don't need all that stuff, so I'm gonna store it over here as fat. So now I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna adjust my body to say, no, you're gonna use those reserves. How do I know I'm gonna do it? Because I've done it before, but I'm gonna do it even more different than the majority. I'm just gonna do basic stuff, because you cannot outwork food. You can't. You can go on a 5-mile run, burn about 200-300 calories, and one meal can put the 300 calories back on. So what's the point of going running? It all starts in the kitchen. So that's where I'm going. Thank you, Cosmic. I appreciate it. And this is just 720p, right? I'm going 1080. I'm going 1080 as soon as I get this lens and this camera. Patrick Young says, make sure you check for that camera on Marketplace. I did, but remember, bro, I was saying that to you. The kind of camera I want costs some money. I can't really trust that on Market. I can't send that kind of money to somebody and hopefully that they send me a camera back. I can't. And what if they send me a broken camera back? I can't do that. I'm gonna have to buy it on Amazon. I'm gonna have to buy the lens on Amazon, and I'm gonna have to buy the camera on Amazon, unless they're local and I can meet them somewhere. If I can actually meet them, let me take that back, bro. If I can meet them, okay. If it's mailing somebody some money, no, I got to meet them. Travelers only says, LJ, how do you feel about tax shelters like LRIPs and HSAs? I don't know what LIRPs are, but HSAs I do. HSAs most definitely, for sure. I would max out my HSA for sure if I had one. This is why. You get to pay out-of-pocket medical. For those of you that don't know what HSA are, health savings account, travelers, you got to tell me what LIRPs, maybe Cosmic knows. I don't know what that is. But HSA, health savings account. Listen, say like that. Say like you could max out your health savings account at, I'm going to just throw a number out there, 5,000. You get to take $5,000 off of your yearly taxes, and you get to pay out-of-pocket medical expenses tax-free, the whole dollar. So if you have an out-of-pocket medical expense that costs you $20, you just pull out the HSA card, and then you get to pay with a whole $20. But if you pay it out-of-pocket, you're paying with after-taxed money. Means that money has already been taxed once. So if you have a $20 out-of-pocket medical expense, you're really paying with $19, $18 or something like that, right? Because it's been taxed. So you got to work a few more hours to make up that full 20. See how that works? Hyphy says, because of my high fruit veggie diet, I don't get enough sodium. I have to remind myself to add it. Wow, that's crazy, Hyphy. See, and I have to do just the opposite. I've been doing just the opposite. I've been adding more fruit and veggies to my diet to reduce sodium. And I want you, for those of you that are wondering, sodium is almost in everything. I'm not talking about salt. I'm talking about sodium. Flip open the back. So for example, I try to keep my sodium intake for the day between 1,500 and 2,500 milligrams, okay? Amina says, I need to speed up my weight loss as well, stepping it up this month. Say that to yourself. Every time you go eat something, say like you do eat something. Say like you eat something bad anyway. When you're done eating, this is what I want you to say. I want you to get up and go to the mirror and say, I ate that food because that food controls me. Keep saying that until one day you're going to get tired of saying it. I ate these cookies because these cookies control me. I ate this hamburger because this hamburger controls me. Cosmic Wisdom says, for some reason, I don't like LIRPS. I would focus on over investment vehicles and max those HSA, 401k, Roth IRAs before, life insurance retirement plans. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. I would definitely focus on the other things before anything. Let me tell you something. The only guaranteed ROI, if you ask any investor, if you say, hey man, are there any guaranteed ROIs? The majority are going to tell you no. And I'll say, yes, there is. Taxes. Any taxes you pay less than the majority is guaranteed ROI. It's guaranteed money in your pocket. That's called phantom income. If you're in debt, you cannot take advantage of this fact. If you're in debt, it's mathematically impossible. Okay. Cosmic Wisdom says, I can make more money with flexible in other things, travelers. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Cosmic. I appreciate it. Let me read. Most people that push LIRPs like fortune builders are actually working for the insurance company to get a cut. I see the business and I say, no, thanks. Got it. Okay. That's something I learned new today. Life insurance, retirement plans. Okay. Yep. Business. Taxes are guaranteed ROI. Any taxes you pay less than the majority is money in your pocket. Money in your pocket. Any other questions, you guys? Anyway, I appreciate you guys' help with this camera, man. I'm excited about I'm excited where this is going. I'm excited. Man, this camera though, it's gonna cost me some money. But I think it's worth it. It'll help me stand out. Let me give you guys an example of what my plan is to make my camera right. Let me give you guys an example. Let me see. In the wood paneling, it's looking a lot. One second here. This is a lady that this is a channel that I follow where I'm getting most of my information from. And let me see, where is that at? Testing new capture cards. Second. Today. Okay, I want you to check out this channel's videos. This is amazing. Okay, this is a channel that I follow to get my information to make better videos. I'm learning a lot. So check this channel out. Check this channel out. Go look at her right now. She's on a live session right now. She's on a live. Go check out her live session, her video. Look how clear that video is. That's the level I'm taking my channel. That's where I'm taking it. She's using Ecamm Live, all that. Amazing. Herbert Walker says, LJ, do you have weight loss and fitness goals? Yeah, I have. My goal right now, I posted on the Discord server that I weigh 217. My goal is my goal is 200 pounds. Okay, that's my goal. My goal is 200 pounds. That's my weight loss goal. And like I said, I'm not going to be doing anything spectacular, but I'm going to give myself, I haven't put myself on a routine. Michael Rambo, I've been slacking. So I'm going to share the realness with you guys. Okay. I haven't been on it the way I should have been in the past, but I'm doing a different approach. And I promise you guys, I'm going to just, nothing fancy. I'm going to just post the things in the Discord server. I'm going to post it and on my channel, LJ Young, L Young 69. Let me see. Let me make sure I post that too for you guys new to the channel. I'm gonna post my videos on the Discord server, pictures and stuff like that, including my other channel. Okay. Scout says, LJ, like that food adage of blank controls me. If I eat this, gonna use that. Yeah, you gotta, thank you, sir. You gotta keep, I use things that make me feel like, man, because if you just say, if I say that out loud, this hamburger controls me. Damn, LJ, a hamburger controls you? Those recent that bad, whatever XYZ bad food, that bad food controls me. I want it that bad that it controls me. No, I don't want anything that bad that controls me. No, I control it. And I'm not saying never eat a hamburger, because that'd be impossible. I'm not saying that I will never go to Sonic's again. I'm only saying during my weight goals, but when it's time to when I reach my goal, I'll eat very differently. So maybe I'll go every Friday or something, right? Things of that nature, okay? I approach everything different than the majority, you guys. Everything. Sodium is big. Sodium is big. If you try to keeping your sodium between 1,500 milligrams and 2,500 milligrams, that means you have to pay attention to labels. As soon as you pay attention to labels, guess what? It's going to shock you. You look up and see how much sodium is in a Sonic meal or a McDonald's meal. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. You're going to figure out that you are addicted to sodium. Once you figure out you're addicted to sodium and you get a hold of that, it's going to change your whole life. Your whole body's going to change. Your body's not going to retain water as the way it used to, all that. Any other financial questions, you guys? Any other financial questions? Now, again, don't forget, tomorrow is the drawing. During the show tomorrow, you don't want to miss tomorrow's show. You guys been asking for it. Me and my girl and I have been talking about it. We've been talking about it. We put some thought into it. We came up with some ideas. We were laying in the bed. I was writing out. Actually, I record all the ideas. We're going to go over the recording, pick out what we're going to do. She's going to structure it out. And then we're going to have this talk tomorrow. Now, again, I don't know if we're going to be on camera or not. That's a whole different story, but we'll figure that out. You see. Okay, good. All right. Cosmic Wisdom says, if you cook from scratch, you will not intake so much sodium. Yep, you're right. But if you buy processed pre-made foods, yeah, it's super high in sodium. And I get why they put all that sodium in there, because if they didn't, the food would spoil, right? They have to preserve it to sell it, right? But just like Cosmic says, as soon as you start making your own food, which you should learn how to do right now, you can. Anybody can learn how to make anything right now on YouTube. Anything. I'm teaching people personal finances. There's somebody teaching vegetarian living. There's somebody teaching how to cook this, cook that, all that, anything. There's absolutely no excuse. And you can't even say, I don't have the time. If you have no job, you have the time. Herbert Walker says, I'm addicted to salt, sugar, and fat. Salt and sugar, the two whites that people are addicted to. Now, you say that to yourself, Herbert, because honestly, sugar is more powerful than cocaine. So is salt. Salt's just as powerful as cocaine. Salt is powerful. Sugar's the white powdery substance, just like cocaine. Except salt and sugar is not illegal. That's the difference. It's not illegal. All right, you guys, we're going to cut this off. I'm waiting for any more questions. Let me know if you have any more questions, young people. If you have any more questions, young adults. If there's not any more questions, we're going to go ahead and cut this off. Cosmic says, LOL, I'm cooking dinner now, marinated turkey, turkey breast, which is delicious, and roasted Brussels sprouts. Oh, I love roasted Brussels sprouts. I do. And try to say that in roasted Brussels sprouts. Those are good. I love roasted Brussels sprouts. Absolutely love them. Hyphy says, I'll catch up with you all on Discord server. Tag me if anyone needs me. Please reach out to Hyphy if you have any questions to the rules. Rules are clearly stated. He listed out all the rules that are on Discord server. Please follow them. All right. Other than that, we have, hey, it's not just me. It's the whole SMD family there to answer any and all questions. Thank you, bro. Thank you, little bro. Much appreciated. Thank you for joining. All right. I hope you guys check out that link so you guys can see who I'm learning from, and go check out that camera. Go look at her video. Her live session is absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely. Let's see. All right, Mr. Hey, Ken, thank you. LJ, I'm out, man. Always learning something new. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you, everybody. So we're going to cut this off if there's not any more questions. I'll wait a couple more minutes here. If there's no more questions, we're going to go ahead and end this session. Thank you guys coming on there. What's her name? I don't know. I just posted the link in there, bro. Just click on that link right there. The name of the channel is Streaming Pros or something like that. Streaming Pros. What is that? Let me see. Live Streaming Pros. That's the name of the channel. And they're very good at teaching people. I love the way they teach, especially a novice like me. When it comes to camera, it's her and her husband. It's not just her channel. It's her and her husband channel. I mean, just as soon as you click on the live session, you know right away. You can see the quality. The quality is amazing. The interaction she's using is Ecamm Live. That Ecamm Live is, man, it just looks amazing. How many you could interact with people, just like I'm doing with StreamYard, but it's just so much more professional. Like I'm looking at her live session right now. It's just, I can't wait to get it like that. It's amazing. But I gotta get my camera straight. As soon as you see that camera, that live session demands professionalism. You go see that. It's just amazing. Yeah, check out that link. Check out that link here. Let me give the link to her current live session, what she's doing right now as we speak. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. We're going to go ahead and get on out of here. It's Friday, 3:30. And it's time for everybody to eat. So you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you all. See you guys on the Discord server. Please don't forget. And tomorrow's show, I usually give you guys a 2-hour notice ahead of time. So look for that notice 2 hours before the actual time starts. I don't know. I got to talk to my girlfriend, see what time I'm going to start that. Okay. You guys have a wonderful day.